What do you mean? Yes, there's people in the stands.
Golden Corral is proud to partner with Project Healing Waters, healing Americans' veterans through the therapeutic art of fly fishing. And as a founding partner of Camp Corral, Golden Corral helps send children of wounded, ill, or fallen military members to summer camp each year. Well, we're certainly proud to be Americans every day, but today it means just a little more. It's every day. But first, we get the engine fire that's on the way right here on the CW.
This is Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese done right. And some people don't say anything because, frankly, it's rude to talk with your mouth full. Arby's, we have the meat.
For Jim, life's big moments happen in seconds, like falling in love with Abby in as little as 2 seconds, or Brooklyn Tour in 78 seconds. Then Jim had the hardest conversation of his life in 100 seconds when he learned
all good. He's all set. All right. Happy 4th of July. Happy America 250, everybody. This is Chase fan number 9 here, and welcome to another live stream. I know it feels like forever, but I'm back and for another weekend of live streams. Today, the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series makes its return to none other than Chicagoland Speedway for the Cuervo 300. This race will be your typical 200-lap, 300-mile race. Stages 1 and 2 are both 45 laps each, and the final stage is 110 laps. Man, yay, Chicagoland. I am so happy to have Chicagoland, I am happy to see Chicagoland Speedway back on the schedule. I know it feels like forever. The last time these folks raced on this track was just only 7 years ago. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine we had a 7-year hiatus. During that time, last 3 years, NASCAR raced. When NASCAR raced in Chicago, they raced on just the Chicago street course. But, huh?
Won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. Don't hold back your breath. Ask your doctor.
Anyways, So yeah, looking forward to getting this race underway. Should be a good race. The surface is still the same as it was the last time the series raced here 7 years ago. It's an old surface. The racetrack has not been repaved whatsoever. What else? With this old surface tire wear is going to be a factor. So yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so yeah, last 3 years that NASCAR raced in Chicago, they raced on the streets. It was cool. It was cool and all, but I understood a lot of people wanted to race on the oval again. So here we are. However, though, I hope this track comes back on the schedule next year because there have been talks about bringing the Chicago street course back. Mike, why can't they just have Chicagoland and the street course? Like, have your cake and eat it too. So, yeah. Anyways, with that said, a vast majority of the drivers in today's field have never raced on the raced at Chicagoland Speedway, including our pole sitter. Well, our top 3 starters, Connor Zilish, Brent Cruz, and Carson Kvapil, they've never raced at Chicagoland. Either has Corey Day, Retzloff, Jesse Love, Anthony Alfredo, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer. The list goes on and on. We do have Cup guys in the field like the aforementioned Connor Zillish, Chase Elliott, and what's his name, Cole Custer, who is a former winner here. Um, Justin Allgaier, this is his home race, so let's see how he does. Austin Hill, Nick Sanchez, Sawalich, Snyder, Sammy Smith, Sam Mayer. Yeah, a lot of names in this field have never raced here. Neither has Raja Kruth or Taylor Gray, who signed a 1-year contract extension with Gibbs for next year. We do got one lone Ford in the field, that being the 38 of JJ Yaley. Not expecting much from him, but you know the gist of everything. Anyways, got fireworks going off. And now it's time to get these engines fired.
Happy 250th birthday, America. I only got three things to say. Number one, God bless the troops. Number two, God bless America. And number three, drivers, start your engines.
Now, as some of you probably noticed, this race is starting a little bit later than usual because we had a rain delay that lasted like a few hours. So yeah, sorry it was late, but I'm glad I didn't waste like 3.5 hours just waiting out. Uh, I made a good call not starting the stream right away because I mean, granted, I didn't know if it was gonna be a downpour, but sure enough, it was. So yeah, I made the right decision by not like starting the stream early and just wasting almost 5 hours of nothing.
For decades, Golden Corral has served our heroes. Our unwavering support of the military and their families hasn't changed. Thanks to you, it never will. Tuesday, NXT on the CW is the place to be. Every month, every match, every week. All those Tuesday at 8 Central on the CW.
Decades of tradition live to Northern California and transformation. Trust. Sacramento's news leader. Celebrating 70 years in our community. Because let's share what happens next. Together, comes first. Red, white, and huge tickets away during the Roseville Auto Mall's 4th of July sales event going on now.
I've been coming to the Roseville Auto Mall for 34 years, just after the first opened, and we will always come here for the best selection and the best deals.
Looking for a place to treat you like family? Roseville Auto Mall is the place to be.
Buying a new car has never been easier.
Discover Northern California's largest selection of vehicles at the Roseville Auto Mall. The Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
Now, qualifying was set by metrics, so that's why Zilch is on the pole. Um, um, the Cup guys did get to qualify. Um, so Denny Hamlin will be on the pole tomorrow, and Kyle Larson will start second. Then also tomorrow, the IndyCar Series race at Mid Ohio. I'll be streaming that tomorrow.
News to us is what impacts you. Why are prices rising? Turn to Sacramento's news leader.
Thank you for joining us tonight at 10.
KCLA News at 10 on Line 58.
Yeah. Now, I don't expect this live stream to be busy because I know a lot of you have plans for July 4th, and I understand a lot of you can't make it. So, so, so yeah.
It's America 2050. Happy 4th of July. CW Sports. Ready to see some fireworks on track tonight. 5 races to go to chase for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
And you heard it right there. Five races left until the chase.
We are ready to go with all the unknowns that come with this racetrack that we have not seen since 2019. Here we are at the broadcast booth with Parker Clearman, Jamie McMurray. I'm Adam Alexander. It's awesome to be back at this place.
It is. It feels like we've been on air for almost it's been a while, but we're finally here, excited to get on the track. And listen, if you've listened to all the drivers up to this point, it's unknowns is the word that everybody talks about. Half the field has not even raced this track. They did get to practice a little bit earlier today, but it's green again, so it's like a brand new track for all these guys again.
Yeah, but what we do know is the night and the day that we're racing on is July 4th, America's 250th birthday, the most American sport in NASCAR, getting the chance to race on this historic day. I just think this is such a big opportunity. Whoever's going to get victory lane, they'll never forget this one. As we were coming on air, the anthem was happening. There's fireworks surrounding the racetrack. Unbelievable sight. Absolute amazing patriotism.
We've got a front row seat for it all. You start talking about drivers to watch, and the one guy that seems to always populate the top regardless of where we go. Justin Allgaier, he's won here twice.
Well, and he's good at every single racetrack we get to. He's actually thrilled, though, that we're not on the road anymore, as you can say. The road courses were brutal to Justin, but his success this year has been exceptional. We're seeing his first win here all the way back in 2011. One thing it sticks out to me is the sponsor is still in his brand on the car you're going to see tonight. And again, in 2017, able to get back to victory lane. So, yeah, he's got a little experience here and the 2 wins.
And he's been very happy to not be in the position some of these drivers are in terms of racing into the chase as we look at the bubble that's been really tight, and the next 5 races ahead after this one are so tough. But those bubble drivers is 3 KGR drivers right there, Lance Wallace, Taylor Gray, and Brent Cruz, who know that this is an awkward situation to be in. You're racing their teammates. The goal number 1 is to get the chase, and they're the ones that you have to beat to do that. And they have all the info of what you're doing in that race car. It's a tough place to be.
The competition meetings,
Yeah,
they've got to be extra spicy right now for these drivers that are trying to find their way into a chase position. Now we get our Mobile One keys. So what are we watching for tonight, Jamie?
Well, no doubt you're going to have to find your group. We heard these guys talk about practice earlier today. There's just so many options here. Bottom, middle, top. You go where they're not, trying to find the grip on the track. The tires are going to be a story as well. You're going to have to manage your tires all race long. It's a green racetrack right now. We're all going to learn together here in these first 10 to 15 laps how quick they're going to wear out. They will get better as the night goes on. But the big thing, you got to keep playing, be your best, win it, take the end, all these mile-and-a-half racetracks. Get good lane is the key to getting to victory lane.
What do you?
Tractors, so use the metric to set the starting grid. And now we look at the starting lineup. Front row, Connor Simpson. Been good this year, making his first starting campaign. And there's one twice. He's on the front row next to Brent Cruz. You talk about guys that can get it done. Corey Day in the road, right behind him, another California native. The reigning champ looking for his first win.
He'll no doubt be fast as we get to the next stage. We've got 2 Chicagoland winners and Class Series champions. Chase Elliott, the Jared number 88, won here back in 2014. While Illinois native Justin Allgaier has a pair of victories here in Chicagoland. You know he's going to be fast here tonight.
No doubt both of those guys are going to be good. Someone else to keep your eye on is Brandon Jones. Those are pretty deep in the field back in 29. Last time we raced here, he finished 4th. But think about it. They compared this track to Kansas. He won there last fall.
As we get to the final day, Roger Cruz has had to jump between a couple cars here this week. He's in the number 32 for Jordan Anderson Racing, which he has 2 top 10s in that car, including a 7th at Pocono a couple weeks ago. He rolls off to the number 32 in 32nd. Couple of numbers scheduled.
That makes it easy for us to remember. And throughout the night, 32 for P32.
the most fun to watch Roger Curry drive to the field. Now we get out of the RV's pit box and get a report from North.
Thanks, Adam. And yeah, the views here from Pit Inn are awesome. But how about a little update on the RV's driver today? Not enough can be said about Carson Quapple and what he's been able to do the last couple of weeks. 6 straight top 10s, despite being in a different car for 10 straight weeks. Today, though, is his last one. He will be in that one car for the remainder of the season. Surprisingly, he said, I'm going to miss it a little, and mentioned how much he's learned how to communicate with different crew chiefs. He does feel there is a real opportunity to win today, knowing that 9 car has gotten in victory lane. He said, I'm excited for the consistency after this, but he said, I'd sure like to help those guys get another win this last go-round, Ken. Well, Connor Zilic makes his final scheduled O'Reilly Series start for the year, and he'll do it starting from the front row. So what does the team need to do to make sure that they have their P1 start translate to a P1 finish? The car was really good in practice, but crew chief Rodney Childers told me it's going to be all coming down to how well Connor manages tires. The tires need to last about 45 laps in stage 1, 3 in the second stage. The longest they ran in practice was 28 laps. So they told me if Connor gets a little too aggressive, they're going to have to rein it back in. The right balance of patience and aggressive, they said, is what's going to win out tonight, Dylan.
And Kim, we told you pre-race how Taylor Gray ran out of fuel coming to the checkered last week at Sonoma. It was a big points loss, but the penalty is twofold this weekend.
So yeah, last Sunday I was at Snow for the Cup race. I had a good time. It wasn't really hot because track is by the ocean, so of course you're gonna get the Delta breeze. Definitely looking forward to next year. Um, it was cool to see SVG win a Cup race in person, let alone back to back. Well, he pretty much swept the weekend. So yeah, it was fun. I'll probably talk about it more tomorrow. But if enough people join the stream, then I will talk about it.
Ready to hear more? Scan the QR code to take a short free online hearing test. Now let's listen in to Starkey Radio Communications. It's Team 17 in Corey Day. So we're feeling really long right ahead of us. Make sure we get it to stage 3. I think we got a really good shot. Super cool.
Here's 17 Corey Day talking to him. They're running that special patriotic HendrickCars.com patriotic scheme. Nice to see a change for once. Um, um, I barely saw that paint scheme in the scheduled races it's supposed to be in. I barely saw it because it got torn up a lot, or it got wrecked several times. Oh well, it's not.
So far this year, he can do that. Racing on July 4th, you can hear it there. This one would mean more to a lot of these competitors to win on this day. Well, and with that theme, you look at their pace scheme. I would say the spotters are going to be challenged tonight, and we will be as well in the broadcast. There's so many red, white, and blue paint schemes, something you need to be thinking about as we go throughout the evening. Facing the field tonight, the Toyota Camry. Lights are on. They'll go off this time by. And we'll finally be ready for the green flag here at Chicagoland Speedway. Let's get a report, Team 2, Jesse.
I know some of my followers live on the East Coast, so I know it's going to be a little late for them.
Just told his team where he's going to run to start the race. Take a listen. So here's my plan for tonight. One and two, you're going to gradually move up as the run goes. Like 3 and 4, I'm going to be on the bottom until you guys tell me the clock is better. It's an interesting strategy to tell your team and let everyone else know exactly what you want to do. They're going to see it.
And of course, as always, I got the voting poll up. 4 picks. Tonight I have Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier, Carson Quapple, and Taylor Gray. So make sure to put your votes in. So yeah. Well, let's see how some of these first timers at this track will adapt to the old surface. We'll see a first time winner. We'll get a repeat winner this year, or will some of the former winners score another win in their home track. I like that shot from above. See the fireworks going off in the areas surrounding the track.
Supposed to go green with the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series at 4:40 local time. Rain said no thank you. We're 4.5 hours behind schedule, but I have a feeling it's going to be.
All right, lights are out atop the pace car, so that means it's time to get this race underway.
Happy birthday, USA.
Yep, happy birthday, USA. All right, pace car heads to pit road. Connor Zilish, Brent Cruz on the front row. Green flag is out, and NASCAR racing is back at Chicagoland Speedway. Here we go. It's time to bring the action. All right, clean first lap. Connor Zilish leads lap one. Hello, D Nice 9168. Welcome to the live stream. Happy 4th of July to you. I hope you're having a good Saturday evening or night. Oh, wow. Yeah, Allgaier has wins at Chicagoland in 2011 and 20. I think it was 2018. I think. Yeah, in 2011, Allgaier won that race on won at Chicagoland, a fuel mileage race. Oh yeah, Chase Elliott's also Chase Elliott's another former winner at this track. He won Chicagoland in 2014 when he was driving the 9 car. 88's also rocking the same HendrickCars.com patriotic scheme. There goes Jesse Love, the third place.
Well, there'll be a little more urgency for the 88 on the bottom right now to get this pass completed because if he can't, he's going to be able, if he can slide up in, he can, but it's then going to put him in a tough position with what Sheldon Creed decides to do. Look at that side draft, some side draft right there on the front stretch. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, wrestling for position, and the car's dancing around, and as they compete, here comes the 99 of Parker Retzloff. Very competitive early in stage one. If Chase can time that momentum out, you see he's very disciplined. Looked at early on corner entry, then get back to the throttle. Carson get on the outside, can drive in quite a bit harder. It's a great shot we have here, the perspective, the two different lines they're running. Yeah, to complete this pass, he's just got to almost overdrive the entry a little bit, but he's having to back up so much on the entry, and Carson waffles over to overtake him right there. He gets back down.
Haas Factory teammates are coming. Oh. And Creed tried to make a move on the outside.
He's so used to what he races on Sunday, and he said in practice earlier today, he's like, look, I'm going to have to learn. And that's just being smart, being disciplined, not driving over your head. And you see right here, once they got single file, they're able to actually get away from Creed.
54 and 27 get together.
I'm going to say something happened earlier. Jeb's trying to side draft right there, maybe a little frustration with the 54 Taylor Gray. Dangerous game to play. The lights there off the right side. That left front can easily get cut down on those. Allgaier continues to move forward.
Here's a 21 of Austin Hill. It's about time he finally has Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen on his 21 car for once. Somehow this is Connor Zilch's last start of the season in that one car.
Anthony Alfredo coming off that top 5 finish last week, his first in a couple of years. Good car early for him, and he's able to maintain his spot in front of Allgaier. Justin Sarchi, he's been all over this racetrack from lap 1. Lap 9 here, coming to 10, and he's just all over looking, and you saw how good he was on the bottom, but he's having to try and find ways to make the top work, and everyone's going to run the bottom in front of him. But look at the momentum he had. You see Alfredo kind of countered right there. That's going to be frustrating for the second. Thinking he was going to run the bottom, and then he runs the top. It's a little bit of a guess as you go down the straightaway. Where are they going to run? Because ultimately you just want to run the different line. Because you see Alfredo's committed to that middle. I think I want to get the 7 at the bottom as he was earlier right here. You can hear Anthony have to mess with the throttle, be a little cautious on exit. Stage 145 laps. We're 11 circuits in. Connor Zillich starting on the pole. He is the lead. He's got his 7 of his 9 starts this year. And this group was key to get ahead of the curve and take the top spots for driver 1. We're live at Chicagoland Speedway on 4th of July.
Get ahead of the curve. Learn about Peyronie's disease at GetSomebody4PD.com.
All right, we're oh. All right. Good start to this race so far. Nothing too crazy. 96 and the 7 are going at it. It's for 11th place.
We know whether you grill with charcoal, gas, pellet, or griddle, we've got the perfect grill for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. With free assembly and delivery of your new grill, along with all the sauces, rubs,
For
and
second
grilling
place.
you'll have everything you need for your perfect barbecue. That sounds pretty perfect. Around
Yeah, looks like Jesse Love going to second. He sets his sight on the one car. Yeah, Jesse Love was fast in practice, so yeah, look out. Yeah, he might be the best car tonight.
How did I get here? Shooting all the action despite vision loss from wet AMD. It started when Vabismo opened up my world. I was worried when I started to lose my sight, but my doctor recommended Vabismo. Vabismo is different. It's the only treatment thought to block 2 causes of wet AMD. So I'm back doing what I love, knowing that Vabismo improves vision. And there's a chance for up to 4 months between treatments.
Vabismo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabismo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, and uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your doctor or retina specialist immediately.
Now, I'm bringing it all into focus. Open up your world with Vabismo.
54 is going to put a slide job on the 7. Nope.
Ask your retina specialist about Vabismo.
It's the dog park. With all the dogs there. The people you see,
7 is sliding up.
He's got an ear infection. I said ear infection. Ear. It sounds like you're in a tunnel. It's in his ear. Ear infection.
Also, if you hear any banging in the background, it's our neighbors in my area shooting off fireworks.
Here at Chicagoland Speedway, 30, lap 18, I should say, about 30 laps to go here in our
The
opening
18,
stage.
yeah, it is.
Gray at plus 13 is one of those guys that's been very impressive in the early going, coming from 25th.
And he's turning some of the fastest lap times on the racetrack the last couple of laps. His momentum kind of got stopped when he got beside Justin Allgaier there a little bit ago into turn one. So he's got to figure out a way to maneuver this pass.
Yes.
Well, he drove right by Allgaier, then they got into quite a battle.
Yes, I did.
As you mentioned, he got stalled out, but the speed of that 54 early on is really impressive.
It was on Fremont.
Just flying through everybody. But when you look at the
It's at Harrison Street.
of the side road, you watch Taylor try to get away. Justin, no. I'm not letting you go right here. No, sir. It's the second time I had to tell Ray that donut on the sides from Jim Burton doing the same thing, but actually connecting. Oh, man, almost just about the same thing right there. Yeah, but he's wondering why does that keep happening? You look on the bottom right, he's actually been able to get by. The 54 has been able to run the bottom, the middle, the top. He can kind of go
17 to
wherever
3rd.
they're not and is able to create speed. As you see, great battle here right here with Corey Day and Brett Cruz. Corey Day, no surprise to be good on the long run. Searching around, you see him running that third groove.
Jesse Love was able to get up to second in the running order, and these two now advancing for third. Chase Elliott is fifth right now, rounding up the top five.
This track is awesome. I know there's some debate.
There's Nick Sanchez in 87.
Here, but I'll tell you, the drivers are going to argue they love being able to look at that. I mean, just everywhere you want to run on the racetrack, it's not like there's a preferred groove. It's just where do you need to be. And that's Nick Sanchez in the 87 this week. After being out of the series for a few races, after AM Racing shut down, had this chance in 87 for a couple races. It's awesome to see him back.
The team's done an impressive job. You think about what Austin Green was able to do on the road the last couple of weeks. And I'm just really excited about what we'll see next week in Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Because Sanchez is a great drafter. He was third there earlier this year before things fell apart and he kind of lost his ride for a while. But next weekend, you know, he'll be good. He's trying to go back-to-back winning the summertime race at Echo Park Speedway. That'd be a lot of fun.
See off the top side, cuts under him, clears him down into three, and these are the kind of passes that we will see all night. Now Ryan Sieg will probably have a little bit of momentum. He'll cut back to the inside. This is where it gets slightly frustrating. He'll get the battle for 10th on the left. Taylor Gray getting by Justin Allgaier. Now working on his teammate William Sawalich.
This battle 54-18 is significant when you think about where Gray and Sawalich were coming in relation to the chase standings, and the fact that the 54 starts 25th. So you're like, man, this is a missed opportunity to go out and get stage points. And he said, absolutely not. I want to drive up there and get them.
Yeah, that's in the back of everyone's mind is when someone starts in the back and you know they do it, all of a sudden they pass you, you know how quick their car is. If you're Sawalich or one of these guys that's on the bubble with you, I think you're going to be able to capitalize on this. But to see how quick we run on board with Philip Sawalich and the two other racing on board, 54, though, if you watch him line ahead, I mean, it's just, I'm telling you, he can go wherever they are. He just goes, look at that. He's like, you want to run the ball? That's fine. You go right here through the middle and see the run that he can generate. So he can probably get to the inside, go around the red stop on the exit here.
Just look at those seasons. And their margin over that cut line is not great. But you think about the fact that in 14 of the 19 races, they've had some kind of issue, including what we talked about last week when the race ended and went out of fuel last lap running top five at Sonoma. So his ability to bounce back has been impressive.
You really talk about frustrations or the level of performance these guys have. 54 has speed every single week. They've had some unfortunate instances, but it's easier to swallow those bad days or like what happened last weekend when you know you have speed in your car, you have 5 races left.
For 9.
These guys can get it done.
What about that 54 group, Dylan?
As you need Toyota driver update on the early race, Mover plus 15 from the start, trying to make it plus 16 here as he races Parker Retzlaff for the NASCAR. Talk about Jason Radcliffe and the start of the show. They were a little bit concerned starting that lead about it. They were going to be able to get a good read on the balance of their car tonight, but they made several changes in practice, and Jason said he felt like that gave them a really good idea of where the line is between being too free and too tight, and that was going to help them make their decision
Leaders starting to get into a lot of traffic a bit.
Great stuff, Dylan. And the key for them now, when they get to these first stops, is to make the right adjustments to keep up with the track. When you're this strong early on a green racetrack that's starting to lay rubber like it is, it's going to change massively here. And everyone's had that chance in these first stops to make big adjustments. So the worst thing to do in their position sometimes is to not do anything because you think, oh, we're really fast. Everyone else makes adjustments to catch up in the next one. You're not curious what's happening with Sandy Sprint back to 23rd in the running order. Here's their team radio. Yeah, the tough part there is we talk about having it just right for taking right. It's the flip side of that when it's wrong and you're just not correct. And then the worst part is a green racetrack, you're super tight. You start to get worried about maybe abusing that right front tire, left front tire. Cording becomes a problem at tracks like this that are high wear, and especially with no rubber on the racetrack. So they're just going to try and nurse this car back to the end of the stage. As you heard them say, stay on the lead lap. That's just rule number one on the point. Damage control this position. 15 laps to go, basically, in the stage here. I'm curious what happens in that run to the green and white checkered flag and how all these drivers react late in a run. Our Mobile One leaderboard faces to break. So much love, Day Elliott Cruz, the top five.
This is Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese done right. And some people don't say anything because, frankly, it's rude to talk with your mouth full. Arby's.
The best part running to Chicagoland, I'm Thornton.
That's right, Mom and Dad. My new boyfriend rides a motorcycle.
Oh, it's just a cruiser from winding on the weekends. Protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
How responsible.
Very sensible.
And he has a tattoo.
Temporary for my niece. She insisted.
Well, guess what, Mom? I chopped my hair off.
Well, I stand corrected.
It's lovely. No, it's not.
Super cute.
You're in right now.
That's my rough and tumble little dog.
The Colonel has a bucket list. The $10 roll, Monday nuggets, Tuesday fried chicken, Wednesday rolls, Thursday tenders, Friday nuggets again. Now that's living life to the fullest. Get a $10 bucket of the day from KFC. For decades, Golden Corral has served our heroes. Our unwavering support of the military and their families hasn't changed. Thanks to you, it never will.
What causes the current disease? Is there somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for paralysis. Find a rheumatology specialist who treats PD at GoGetSomebody.com.
Christopher Dale, he's 40 years old.
Every mile matters. Where will your journey take you?
I challenge each with jewels. Nothing is convincing, so get ready to lose, Martin. Where might one duel to the death these days? Play the new Simpsons Legends Monopoly Go today.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we can have sunglasses that stand up to whatever light throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
Yeah, that was a close call.
Liquid IV hydrates better than water alone, but don't trust us. At Liquid IV, our formulas are clinically tested and validated with leading hydration researchers, doctors, and scientists. Develop right. Research. Reformulate. Validate. Until you get it right. Because science-backed hydration isn't something we say. It's something we prove. Don't trust us. Trust the science.
USAA proudly salutes the generations of military service members that made America's 250th possible. the end of the opening stage for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, Chicagoland Speedway. 9 laps to go in this first run of the race. Been very clean. Been a good start to the event for Connor Zillich. Starts on the pole. Got a 4-second advantage over second place Jesse Love. The guy that started on the front row with Zillich. Brett Cruz fading a bit here late. He's back to 10th and could lose that spot. He saw his teammate get around him, William Sawalich, and racing here with Carson Quapple.
Yeah, you're going to see the 19 of Brett Cruz right here on the exit. See Carson slides up a little bit. It's going to put Brett Cruz in a vulnerable position. And a little contact right there with Joey Gates on his outside. That could have been huge, especially if you slide down through the infield right here, knowing how much rain we've had. It could be a day ender for you. That's the slightest tap you could possibly have in this position when the car takes off like that next to the corner. Did a great job to hang on to it. William Wallace did a great job reacting. Let's take a listen to Brett Cruz radio. Right, so we mentioned this about Sammy Smith, and we've heard this from a couple drivers. If you're tight on a green racetrack, the big fear is hurting that tire, those front tires, especially that right front. It sounds like to me, Brett Cruz possibly, we'll find out when he gets to stop, that could be a corded tire that's just lost all its grip. Now it's about just nursing it these next few laps and hoping it doesn't go down so you can get to the end of the stage.
Going to be a lot of work for the 19 team. Here's our pit review. Brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
A lot of tight cars today, and I think some of that is when it
Can
rains,
get rid of
the fear of being too loose at a mile and a half. Tight is slow, loose, you're in trouble. You can go a lot down really quick. So just wondering if some of these crew chiefs have maybe over-adjusted for the green racetrack. We talked about Sammy Smith, Brett Cruz being too tight. The 7 of all guy you see right there also complaining about the balance being really tight. And Brett Cruz is about a second off on lap time right now compared to the others in the top 10. So he's really struggling at this time. And they've been on Connor Zillich on the radio telling him, take it easy. Don't. If he's not listening, I don't know if he's listening. He's not getting away from the field about 5 seconds lead. But we also read here quick laps. I know we've talked about Taylor Gray taking on a good pit stop and come off. He clearly has a car that can compete with Zillich. I also think that Corey Day is another driver to keep your eye on. 17's been right against the wall. Look at that. Right against the wall, being able to make lap time up. It's a great exit right here. As high as he's running, it almost gives him great position. Jesse Love is moving on this one. You get down to these 4 or 5 laps to go. We talked about conserving tires. You just don't at this point. You go up and see what you can learn. But if you see how high that 17 is, you can almost see the dust where he's starting to stir that up. A lot of grit. I think Cruz can do that. Some guys are really good. That's so fun. It is a blast when you get up on the boards like that and make lap time. You feel like you're Superman that just enough response and go to the top side of 1 and 2. As he's probably been hearing that. But Corey Day is up there making lap time. On the right side of your screen, you're seeing the battle for 10th in the stage. The last point, Viking Motorsport. Oh, I get off the line. He up to get his teammate Alfredo. Here's Cole Custer. And the 0 and all guys slips away. Says, you guys sort out amongst yourselves. 3 to go on the stage. Going Williams for Corey Day. Left to your screen. You know, we talked so much about stage points, the importance of those.
It's a bag of honey roasted peanut M&Ms. What it is?
The battle for second right now is huge when you look at the regular season. The guys second and third on track battling for that Love and Days. We'll hit 2 to go, stage 1. This
Most likely dead because it's a holiday.
See, Jesse Love will kind of turn down off the corner. It's a little easier line.
2 to go this time by. Stage 1.
And carry that speed all the way around the exit that allows you to have the lap time you can make up all the way down the straightaway. So you see Chase Elliott, he got both Hendrick cars cars are right against the field. I think that was a great visual representation of how Corey Day was.
Oh, okay, so your fireworks show near state capital. Their state capital where you're at. Okay. All right. Final lap, stage 1.
Chase Elliott, but he's in 4th position right there. Lap times look really good. Did a great job today for the first time being in an O'Reilly car in a while.
Yeah, I mean, going to school, stage 1, he's already In a great spot when you talk about track position, but doesn't have what his teammate has. Another guy doing double duty this weekend, going to lead them all in the opening stage.
All right, green and white checkered flag. Connor Zillish, stage one winner.
Stage win of the year. One behind Allgaier for the most. In the battle for stage points.
Cars 1 and 2 are going to finish 1-2.
And here comes Alfredo now, trying to get a stage point as well.
Kind of hard to tell.
Allgaier ends up ninth, Alfredo 10th in the final running order, stage one.
All right, stage one results are Connor Zillish, Jesse Love, Corey Day, Chase Elliott, Sheldon Creed, Taylor Grace, Sam Mayer, William Sawalich, Justin Allgaier, and looks like Anthony Alfredo got the last. Oh, that was for 9th and 10th. Okay, so Allgaier and Alfredo round out the top 10. Carson Quapple and Cole Custer were 11th and 12th. Custer not doing too bad in that zero car. I think the 27 of Jeb Burton will get the free pass.
This you? Yeah, it's my new RAV4. Do you think RAV stands for Rugged Adventure Vehicle? Well, dude, I feel like it's a ridiculous acceleration vehicle. Isn't it the recreational activity vehicle? I guess it could be anything you want. Well, yeah, what else you got? Well, let's go places. I need something that's going to make this show change something. Something much. You're the real deal. That's the energy. Here we go.
Well, my top pick for tonight's race is Justin Allgaier. I mean, it's his home track. He's been on a roll on the ovals lately. Yeah, I think Allgaier has a good shot to win tonight. Um, yeah, the road and street races we've been on the last 2 weeks, yeah, they've been kind of a struggle for him. I'm drifting, the rocket got to roll. I hit the road and man, I get away. This is here. Oh, wow.
Thanks, Adam. And of course, no one is happier to see Chicagoland back on the schedule than Illinois native Justin Allgaier, who said, I remember everything about this track when it was built. The fact that the round back straightaway was built so that fans could actually see the action. He mentioned how important it was
Got the best.
all-time sponsor brand back in 2014. He said that was almost as special as his first series win at Bristol. Of course, he would love to replicate that today. Started in 17, but has moved up at least 7 spots.
That crab.
Problems for his teammate Connor
Oh,
Simmons wins the opening stage.
the fuck.
And a fuel problem for the one group. Here's Team
Oh.
Radio.
I'm on fuel pressure. All right, run on the flat. Moving slightly with power and everything. I got nothing.
Okay, well,
It's like it never ends, the bad luck that he's experienced here in 2026. All right, go get things buttoned up there. We get out of progressive pit road and Kim.
okay, well, Jesse, well, huge. Well, it looks like Connor Zilish has just had a fuel pressure problem. So, yep, he is stalled on pit road. It's like Corey. Is that Corey Day? No, it's Chase Elliott. Gonna win the race off pit road.
For Chase Elliott, who will be in control of the race. Jumping out in front of Jesse Love, Corey Day, Taylor Gray, and Sheldon Creed. In celebration of America's 250th, the CW and Gov.
Well, Connor Zilish went from leading first 48 laps to now having fuel pressure issue.
My grandfather saw his duty to take care of his family
Right.
and go serve the country.
My uncles were both in the military, my brother's in the military, and I always admired all of their service. My dad was the fire department.
In all of my interactions as a nurse, I feel like I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. I have lived my dream, really.
The whole mission of it is to help other people. If everyone does that, we're living in a better world.
Presented by GovX. Savings for those who serve.
Yeah, the leaderboard says he's 27th right now.
Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese done right. And some people don't say anything because frankly it's rude to talk with your mouth full. Arby's, we have the meat. I was here.
Has this been going on? Has this been going on?
If these boots could talk, they'd speak with honor for those who built them. The skilled creators at Danner's USA Factory. With the know-how and experience and the hard work, put 100% into building boots worthy of the toughest workers in the USA. Every tool used is expert. Everything we build speaks for our great. If these boots could talk, they'd say we were built by our great teacher.
Spend all my
I chose SNH's online program specifically because of flexibility. They made it possible. I have been a professional wrestler for 12 years. A lot of times I was ringside writing papers and getting journals done. You're really at the same time you respect as an in-person student. I didn't need to be anywhere to register. I didn't need to talk to anyone in person. Everything could be done through my laptop. And it made that process seamless. I made it to the finish line.
Hello, Trackside Al, and welcome to the live stream.
For 250 years, America has depended on the courage of those who serve. They've defended our freedom and helped us become the nation we are today. At Wounded Warrior Project, we honor the past by building a better future for post-9/11 veterans, service members, and their families. They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next.
Oh, I'm definitely prepared. All right, that's for sure.
Perfect beer for game day. Meet Hunter, the home beer system built for sports fans. Fresh beer, brewed and tapped by you. As simple as brew, chill, tap, done. Craft 12 pints with every brew.
crisp lager, juicy and hoppy IPAs. Hunter is the ultimate game day takeaway. Bring the stadium atmosphere home. Get your friends around. And for fresh beers, get yours free now. Join our flexible
The Duplex pass with the Duplex car at Synergy. All right, let's do a report here, Team 19, and that would be Brent Cruz, who's falling back here a little bit. What's the story? What was their problem late in the run?
Yeah, well, he had faded to 20th by the end of the first stage. He'd come on the radio and said he felt like they had a bad right front, and when they took it off the car, it looked like it had started to unwind the rubber from the tire. It almost became like a bruised tire and worn out so much. So the pit crew actually did a pretty good job here. He's going to restart 12, so gain some spots back on pit road. But here's that right front, right when it came off of the 19. So that's obviously not ideal, and that explains what Brent was feeling and why he was dropping so many
No, I
spots.
didn't.
Well, and his teammate had a problem.
Unfortunately.
Violation for William Swalwich in the 18 group. Would have restarted 6th. He'll come from the back after the penalty. Free pass goes to Jeff Burton, and Connor Zillage was able to get to mid road, get it filled, and he stays on the lead lap. Here's the penalty for Swalwich.
No.
Gives over the line, but it fell over. The crew member out there. There's a lot going on at the end.
Yeah. And just for Connor Zillage, one thing to note is that we had a lot of fuel slaps there. We were trying to track those JRM cars, engine power. They've been winning races. They had a lot of power movement, but they've been getting pretty bad fuel mileage compared to the past. Sound like maybe they just ran out of fuel.
All right, time for the start of stage number 2. Do work lap 8. Chase Elliott, Jesse Love on the front row. Here we go. Connor Zilish up to 17th.
How they were able to manage the exchange of the line, gain some track position. He's fast right here. Gets to the racetrack in green. The guys that maybe struggled in that first run that possibly covered them. Possibly beat them. Just like the guys you see right there on the inside of Sheldon Creed. Right down there, not quite. Sheldon got the momentum on the exit of two. Taylor Gray hopping behind him. All three of those guys going in, just trying to get their left front fender a little bit out front. See Gray get a little bit loose as Allgaier pulls out in front of him. Listen, guys, I do say talk about a synchronized slide right there. Great green line behind these guys. Slip it all to the left. Gray isn't going to go one side, so he's going somewhere a little bit different. He's got to put that new right front tire on the car, have a reset. And once you lay it on the track, like they did in stage one, that top side isn't really available to you really right off the bat. They pick up all that rubber and watch this on the bottom. You get taken to get that high line working like it did at the end of
Allgaier
stage
looking to
one.
inside
Chase
the
that
double
line
zero
there,
for
working
fifth.
down on the bottom. Always tough through, but eventually that top line's going to come in. And the high line's not necessarily faster on new tires. It's when the pace slows way down that you're able to get that top side to roll. So you get a look right here of Connor Zilisch, who had the fuel issues when he came to that stage break, but slowed him down. I don't think his day's over just yet. Plus 12 since the restart, 13th in the running order is driver one. Added motivation, though, right? You win the stage, you feel dominant, you're compromised, and now it's like, okay, I'll go get it. Good battle here for fifth on track. Gray and Creed. It's Chase Elliott leading at Chicagoland Speedway.
Ladies, we know whether you grill with charcoal, gas, pellet, or griddle, we've got the perfect grill for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. With free assembly and delivery of your new grill, along with all the sauces, rubs, and grilling extras, you'll have everything you need for your perfect barbecue. That sounds pretty perfect. Around the block, we can leave in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Look at Amy, working hard now so that future Amy can
Oh
buy
wow.
her very own.
I was saved by the 19th.
Wait, sorry, the boat's great, but am I wearing culottes?
So you love your culottes.
It's lemonade o'clock. What did I just say? Cheers o'clock. Ew.
Here's to protecting your boat and RV 24/7 as part of your home and auto bundle.
So I like hang out with my insurance guy?
Oh yeah, you do a podcast and everything.
Awesome.
At Credit One Bank, we believe anything's possible. But leading your team to the championship? Unlikely.
Okay, that's my personal space.
Then you check me. Supercomputer at one. You can try it.
I won.
Future.
Some
Just
things are out of reach.
No one's gonna believe this. I got this.
But a card with access to exceptional benefits is one of them. Welcome to the Credit One Bank American Express Suite. Credit One Bank for what's in it.
He's 40 years old.
Every mile matters. Where will your journey take you?
One KFC Supergirl Ultimate Meal.
Instructions say leave on ledge.
The KFC Supergirl Ultimate Meal is here. The 3 heroic Supergirl sauces and a Kryptonian cooler. Get it now, only at KFC. See Supergirl, now playing only in theater.
a
Coming to the
dream.
stage this Friday, it's Ned's first team karaoke night. But he's wondering,
Where's my flaky red plaque psoriasis to center stage?
Ned knew he could treat differently.
Otezla is a pill that treats plaque psoriasis even in hard-to-treat areas. You can get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over 10 years. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
With Otezla, clear skin could be your gym. Literally marked. Circling on top.
Connor Zilisch up to 11th now. Anyway. Yo.
He's leading right now. Driving away. 2.4 second lead. Yeah, the one thing I noticed as we were on board with Chase Elliott just a second ago was the line he was running. We referenced Corey Day, and he ran right against the wall earlier in the race. And now you see all these guys, they're all running like the third group. They were able to find speed right there.
Done right.
Because the track's a little bit cleaner there. That's just really what it those guys get all the way
What?
back up against the wall. That is a way easier line though to run. You see both now.
Yes,
See
so
them on the right side. Actually, those guys all the way back to the top. I like that the 88 does not have wheels on the racetrack. It's almost like having a little bit of fuel in reserve. You're like, well, if I need to make up some more lap time, I can move up the racetrack.
Carzilla's back up into the top 10. Anyway.
If I can't miss it, you're telling me is the crew chief wants someone who just drives, doesn't think about any of the other things. That's what the crew chief's all about. I saw Pete Marty go last week at Sonoma, and he was already anticipating with Chase. It was one race where he was just committed, loves to do it, happy to be here, and the motivation tonight to see him again. In a place where he's been to victory lane, these two are having quite the battle. Look up. Taylor Gray and Justin Allgaier going back and forth, side drafted. Figure out who belongs where.
Anyway.
Well, I love that Gray is putting himself in position for the final stage because what we saw in Kansas, they were there. They were able to gain track position to a green flag cycle of inside top 10. It's hard to do that. They're in position here after starting 25th. And if you're watching the whole lot, there's Sam Mayer, the greatness of a famous moment in history, guys. Go ahead and say it. Turn it back to you. Slide down. The pull off right there. He got it done, but then lost all momentum.
Oh, way, oh, way.
Sam Mayer told us he's watched a ton of races and he took notes apparently of how the passes have tried to be done. He's taking off track here. He's going to do it again. He'll overdrive the entry. Oh, Corey Day looks like letting go right there. Probably looked at his mirror and saw what else was back behind. Good decision there. Corey had to run low now, knowing that Mayer was going to run right. You know, Adam, you referenced Taylor Gray a second ago, but the one thing that I really like about the 54 cars already, see all these guys running the top. Watch the 54. He's not scared to go to the bottom. I don't know that that's the fastest line for him, but he takes his lap time up and able to get down beside these guys. See Corey Day now struggling just a little bit last third here. Lost some momentum, lost a couple positions in one lap. I wouldn't be a good gambler because just when I'm ready to put money on a guy to get a spot, he loses too. I mean, the back end was really good. So look at how Corey went to though. That's where he was good. Just a second ago, I told him to here. Against the wall, and I said it with Chase Elliott. It's all good when he turns over to the racetrack. It's a little bit dangerous, but he had massive speed there.
Anyway.
It's so hard to run the wall when you're free. Everything has a place you can go. Right here. See, he tried to turn down already.
remind you, referee, man, it's so tough because you just have to really level all your heap of inches up there. You don't have room to slip up at all.
All right, 15 to go in stage two.
Stage two, Chase Elliott continues to lead. His drive continues to produce. A lot of highlights already.
Away.
Justin Allgaier.
Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts is fast. Need them now? We've got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
Such a close.
Decades of dedication. Decades of giving back. You've been there, done that, and you're still here for more. Sometimes you're 50 or older, and at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia and IPD. Be proactive for Capvaxive, a vaccine specifically designed for adults to help protect against pneumonia and invasive disease caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria.
Jesse loves
Capvaxive is the
margin
vaccine that helps protect
to Chase
against
Elliott
strains that cause
under 3
increased
seconds
in adults 50 or
and
older,
fluctuating.
54% by other pneumococcal conjugate vaccines. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Whether you had another pneumococcal vaccine or not, ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive.
They'll tell you who you are. What you can't do.
Where you don't belong.
With the right people at your side, you write your own story.
You don't wait for success. You chase it. Shorter, tougher, faster. With every breath.
And when you give everything you got, you don't just win. You inspire what comes next.
Play by the rules. Then things happen. Prices keep climbing. Every month, a new expense. And it dead adds up. So how do you face it? It starts with a call, then a plan. At National Debt Relief, we'll negotiate with your creditors so you pay less than you owe. And just like that, you're back on track. When debt happens, we're here to help you take action. And this is where your new chapter begins. Call or visit GoNDR.com to get started.
For decades, Golden Corral has served our heroes. Our unwavering support of the military and their families hasn't changed. Thanks to you, it never will.
It's AFC Supergirl Ultimate Meal this year with 3 heroic Supergirl sauces and Kryptonian cool. Get it now, only at KFC. See Supergirl, outlet only at theater.
Let's go to stage two. It's the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series racing in Chicagoland Speedway. Carlin's getting lunch a bit later with Parker Clickerman, Jamie McMurray. I'm Adam Alexander. Starting to see a little fog roll in after all the rain we've had, moisture in the air. Chase Elliott leading this thing, coming to 7 to go. Second stint of the race. And Justin Allgaier is fourth. Let's get 17 radio. Let's go on to it.
We agree. That was exactly what we thought. Well, I was in the booth with you guys at Charlotte, but I could see across the backstretch spin back. Oh, this situation is incredible looking out of the booth. You do not see it across the race. I mean, the drive, the take, the way it was going. Very interesting.
Rough Chastain will ride it out. Get a win in the 9. They want to do that. Push in the bow. Go straight. 19's had a good year, 3 wins. One last week in Sonoma with Shane Van Gisbergen. At that 1.5-mile victory at Charlotte. Let's go back and watch all guys. Some you got loose. Even
I mean, it wasn't contact or even an arrow thing. I think it was just him trying to keep it off the wall. Got a little loose there, but 7 started mid-pack, and it's just slowly, Justin Allgaier his way, slowly to the front. Gonna get to regroup here in a little bit. This guy right here, though, see, he's moved up the racetrack just a little bit. We right on board, and it's a great perspective. Look at this stall on the wheel. Watch this guy go against the headrest. He's going down the back shift right here. We talked about all these bumps. He's actually going on the bottom, so we get a little better. He's right through the middle right here. His head constant. The eyes are always so interesting to me. But look at the mirror right here and see what kind of gap he has behind. Just off the quarterly rail. You can see that he's still on the wheel. His face relaxes, his body relaxes, and then he gets super tense down the corner. That's just every time you're in a race car, that's the natural letting that's going to happen. Because the corner is the moment you're just at the edge. You see that the wheel movement, that's because he's just at the edge of the grip of the right rear tire. They're trying to get below the 07 here. So now relax. And then it's back up next to the corner. Yeah, he's doing something very similar we saw. See that's what Marzilla tried to do. Right towards the end of the run,
I didn't lock the padlock. There, that's going to translator.
with Taylor Gray on the first day, they make a bunch of ground on the new tires, but it seemed like they stalled out just a little bit.
Because I didn't realize it was right by my foot the whole time. No. Anyways, 2 to go in stage 2.
Chase Elliott is second in the laps led category. He's led 39 and well on his way to winning the second stage of the race. It's always so interesting to me, Parker, where people put their hands on the wheel. Like, what's comfortable to you? To me, when I see him, Chase Elliott looks comfortable with kind of normal. Carson is more of like a 11 and 1 guy.
All right, 1 to go in stage 2.
He goes out the corner, he'll pull with his left hand. Some guys will feed it with their right hand. It's just whatever is comfortable to you inside the car. And it's just a natural reaction that you have. Everyone is different. When they're out front, they're leading by 2.5 seconds. Everything feels a little smoother, right? Final lap, stage 2.
Yeah, the lap traffic is not phasing him at all. Anyway, it's green and white checkered flag. Stage 2 winner, Chase Elliott. Yeah, Jesse Love, second again, stage 2. All right, stage 2 results are Chase Elliott, Jesse Love, Taylor Gray, Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, Brandon Jones, Sheldon Creed, Corey Day, Connor Zilch, and Brent Cruz round out your top 10. And of course, just like always, I will close the voting poll at 10 to go, whether it's under caution or not. The 47 of Dawson Crammon, the 38 of J.J. Yaley, the lone Ford in this race, done for the night. It's like, feels like a start and park moment. Okay.
Inner Valley Ranch is made with real ingredients for real ranch flavor that's impossible to put into words. That's pretty close. Indescribably delicious Hidden Valley Ranch. What causes a curve doesn't hurt me? Is there somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that. You got somebody for Crohn's disease?
The energy
There's
drink.
hope. They estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Crohn's disease or PD. A urology specialist who treat your PD can help you create a plan.
How the
And
fuck?
other non-surgical options. Find somebody today. Go get somebody.com. Runners believe everybody can be runners. Why? Because they fast easy. Hence the special Slings Aerobursts. High-performance running shoes designed to cut through the wind with unbelievable speed. Plus, they're lightweight and feature Goodyear rubber. Go fast. It's Slings Aerobursts. Somewhere there's someone's paid.
Had one last night. night. Had one of these last night. We completed both stages in under an hour. That's what happens when you don't have any cautions during those stages. Yeah. Have you folks ever wondered how long it takes to when it comes to a mile and a half track? It takes approximately at least 58 minutes to complete both stages without cautions during the stages. Well,
We dig in. 65 interaction, sexual in nature, and get to the truth.
You chose a man over your family.
And this season is about to get a whole lot messier. Cuervo.
well,
Season 1 on My 58.
I'll put it like this. On a mile and a half track, if the stages are both 45 laps each, it takes 58, at least 58 or 58 and a half minutes to complete both of them if if they both go green all the way from start to finish without a caution in between during those times.
Instant online magic and lock in your price for 5 years. Let's do this. And convenience of Western Union dealers and APC.
NASCAR CW is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. The Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express Card. And by Progressive Insurance. Get in the savings lane today. Visit progressive.com. As we head into the next stage, it's time to fuel up with Arby's new Angus cheesesteak. With 100% Angus beef, melty Cooper cheese, and a toasted Amoroso's roll, it's exactly what you need to finish strong. Race to yours by texting RACE to 72997 to get notified.
Yes, Mom, I'll look into the
Cheesesteak in the Arby's app today. 2 stages down at Chicagoland Speedway. Jeremy Clements having an issue.
Yeah, this was unexpected. Yeah, to say the least, especially for him. He's going
Oh, crap.
for a wheel here.
Well, Clements lost a wheel.
It came all the way back around to go into the infield. He dragged this car on the left side frame rail all the way around. And here's the tire and wheel going into the infield.
I think
Just the Menards logo.
You know what, Parker doing the play-by-play, that whole process was great.
Well,
I think the safety workers did rock, paper, scissors to figure out you had to chase it into the grass because it was wet and muddy out there.
We got a left rear wheel on this time.
A bit of body damage on that. The caution lights are on as we wrap stage 2. Same Wheeling emergency lights and sirens you see on the safety vehicles here at the track are protecting first responders and communities all across America. Only cautions tonight for the stage ends. Connor Zilic won stage 1. Chase Elliott stage 2. It's a junior motorsports sweep tonight. When you talk about the stages, but a nice mix there. When you look at the top 10, RCR with a good night coming for Jesse Love, Taylor Gray getting it done, good stage points for Joe Gibbs Racing, Sam Mayer up there for the Haas Factory team. And now we get a little radio communication presented by Starkey.
This fireworks smoke is wild. Can you breathe in here? Or like, yeah, visibility went down quite a bit. Still keep on it, but it's yes, it does.
I gotta tell you, I think I could lose a bet, but I would put a lot of money on fall over fireworks. I don't know. I don't know fireworks around.
The thing is the smoke and the fireworks.
As we celebrate America
is 250. Progressive Pit Road is open. They're heading your way, Kim.
All right, here they come.
And Adam for the Brand Chevrolet of Justin Allgaier. He reported free landing entries like middle okay exit. He feels like he's just on top of the racetrack with the right front. So it looks like if it takes full gear on the right side, they'll take 4 cuts by his air pressure and fuel for Chase Elliott and comes in so the lead coming at the rear side. And there's things I can do to help the heartbeat. Two had to be locked down just a touch more, Miller.
Taylor Gray said that he was edgy on corner into the started three and then got tighter to a good spot on the long run. Jesse Love said that he was at number 2-3 the entire.
All right. Oh, wow. Taylor Gray's going to win the race off pit road. New leader.
Thank you, on the race off Progressive Pit Road. Joe Gibbs Racing has been stout on the pit lane all year, +2 for Taylor Gray. Jesse Love comes off second, and here's Chase Elliott coming in.
Oh, he had to go around Jeremy Clements. It cost him 2 spots as he exited pit road. Just wasn't able to get in there as fast as he needed to.
See if he can rally from behind. Final stage coming up.
You know, paying less for less ain't a good deal. It's just less, but when you pay less and you get more, that's a good deal. And that's Straight Talk Wireless. Straight Talk's always been the same price since it started, back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones to new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network. Straightforward, always. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices.
Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. And our plan starting at just $25 a month. Official partner of NASCAR.
For Jim, life's big moments happen in seconds, like falling in love with Abby in as little as 2 seconds,
How many
or
laps?
proposing to her in 78 seconds.
What?
How many laps is this last stage?
110.
100 seconds when he learned that he had cancer. Because life's big moments add up in seconds, Jim and his doctor chose a Bevo Qvantic for its
And how
administration.
many miles is this track?
It's 1.5 miles. In other words, it's your standard 1.5 mile track.
These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain,
They did acknowledge that after this weekend, Carson Kwapa will be in the one car for the rest of the season.
Muscle pain or weakness, joint pain or fever, reports severe persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome, immune system problems, include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems. If you've had an organ or stem cell transplant or received chest radiation, Opdivo Qvantic can harm your unborn baby. Because every second counts. Opdivo Qvantic. Somewhere out there, someone's paid $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What?
Teeny tiny shrimp. But in here, we have big, beautiful shrimp.
In here, we're balling. It's actually fire.
What is? Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
From the moment you took your first breath, you had something to prove. And boy, did you ever. Rose born, cross punched, sweater knocked, up and down, back and forth, over and over and over again. And when it was finally time to enjoy it all, COPD thought it could stop you. Well, COPD never met someone like you. You kept right on going. Breztri is three medicines in one inhaler with better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Now that's a COPD maintenance treatment that works as hard as you do. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. Ready to take back your breath? Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Happy 250th birthday, America. Happy 250th birthday, USA. Happy 250th birthday, America. Happy 250th anniversary, America. Happy 4th of July and happy 250th anniversary, America.
Love that from all the drivers, and it's time for the Let 'Em Cook replay presented by Graza, the official olive oil and
Fireworks.
of NASCAR. So right on board, Williams to Wallace. It's just control of aggression. And they gotta go get it. And as you watch the launch make this move, I want to highlight Nick Sanchez, the 87 here. He actually has been scored a lap now. NASCAR said we had that wrong at the end of stage one. They corrected it, giving him a lap back. So he's on the lead lap now. Nick Sanchez is scored in the 26th position. Free pass goes here to LeVar Scott. And we follow up with Justin Allgaier, who had a penalty when they made their pit stop. They were inside the top 10. Man, it's frustrating, especially at this point late in the race. You know he's got a fast car, but it's really hard. I think he had a car capable of winning. You get the right restart, but have to go
2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 fireworks.
Okay, you don't have to do all but just proceed. Sorry for me.
Yeah, I'll save some. Probably 2 or 3 of them.
Yes, you see from the balls for you.
Yeah, I could do half of it, half of each tonight. See the other.
The fellow here in the black shirt stepped
What's
onto a hot pit road.
You
She's
should
in
take
the
a
opening.
picture
You
while
can't see the
we
opening
first.
there, but there was an opening, and that's what
Yeah,
allowed
I
him to get around
should.
the pit lane, and he was penalized. There you see it.
Yeah, there's the opening where the cameraman is right there. You saw when they pan left, the official was
All right, pace cars to pit road. Time to begin the final stage. We are now at the halfway point of this race. Here we go. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell if that's fireworks smoke or fog. Jesse Love's going to take the lead. Well, Jesse Love just needs to be in clean air and just take off with the lead. All right, we've officially crossed halfway. So if weather hits now, race is official. But you know what? We're determined to get this race all 200 laps in.
This is hard to defend if the 88 gets that momentum. So he's not going to slide down to the inside.
88's looking to the inside. All right, at least we got a battle for the lead.
Look at the 88 wiggle as he goes after Jesse Love for the point. Well, we saw that earlier in the race. He was very timid on the entry. This gets down to the end. I think we see a little different Chase Elliott on how aggressive he'll be right there. Clearly has a little bit of a quicker car, but Taylor Gray is
Austin
struggling.
Hill.
The restart is now back there. Well, there's got a lot going on the right side of the screen there. And a lot. Got cop car there. Corey getting super sideways.
Elliott's going to lead that lap. Jesse Love's going to get the run on the outside. He's going to take it back.
Loves around the outside. Three-man dance for the lead in Chicago. And you said timid, Jamie, about Chase Elliott on the entry. It seems like
Taylor Gray's going to they're going to pull Taylor Gray back into the mix.
he's just not overdriving the entry. Doesn't have to take excessive risk on the entry of the corners, and is still able to get to the inside and decide Jesse Love to use the side draft. He'd like to get to the outside. Love has given him the bottom, but it's harder to complete that pass because of how much overly aggressive. Did he do it there? Really close. This is where you do have to just try and be a little out of top. There he goes. Oh, look at him someone on the wheel inside of it. It's locked up the racetrack. Love the inside right here because just as we talked about, so much harder to complete that pass. And the 88's been so good at creating that momentum he needs on the outside. It's Jesse Love. He has to go back on the offense because he's got Taylor Gray
Sean Creed's got a tire problem. Yeah. Yeah, he might. Yeah, he needs to come in. He can't risk. Yeah, Creed cannot risk wrecking and causing a yellow.
In the final stage, but for Creed, you're asking for windows to really have a way to connect this to make it work, unless we get some cautions and they're the beneficiary of that situation. See, Jesse Lowe's already opted to move up just a little bit. His car doesn't look that far off from these two guys up front. Just like he didn't fire off quite as good after they ran 4 or 5 laps. Taylor Gray, though, continues just trying to get a little bit to the inside of all these guys, get a little bit of clean air. So you see Corey Day.
Corey Day packing a little bit of air.
Of course, what goes around comes around.
Oh, wow.
That's sending a message. Did not appreciate. That's a tell you what. I mean, Chase Elliott, Cup champion, O'Reilly champion. We know how talented he is. He did great tonight. But you have got to give a lot of credit to Taylor Gray. Starts 25th, coming off the disappointment last week. He's just so good tonight. Second, when you talk about points earned, and as we hit lap 110, going for the race lead. 54 strong in Chicago.
54 looking to the inside. Taylor Gray's going to lead that lap. There it goes. Into the lead. Wow.
Great entry stability that turns well to the center. Just look how he got straight to the bottom there. Drives away. I think Chase Elliott is to the bottom. We've seen all these guys want in the middle and higher to have the speed. And well, Taylor Gray's advantage that to get right to the bottom of the track where the car's really good. You can just go to the front roof. We're halfway home. Round 20 for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. We do our Formula 1 leaderboard break behind CW. Gray in front of Elliott and Love. Brandon Jones and Mayer.
America, put down the burgers and pick up Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese.
So longest green flag run was 46 laps. So if you make it to lap 145, that would tie for the longest green flag run in the race.
Monopoly, I challenge you to a duel. I not to win. I said good day, sir. Sorry, sir. Excellent. Give me wait. I hate your eyes. I hate touching your body. Play the new Simpsons event in Monopoly Go today.
You know this grill. It's weather. The grill get-togethers, Saturdays and summers. You know the sound now.
Western
Let's take that first bite. The food we're talking about long after the plates are cleared. Now it's your turn to get out there. It's grill that steak, those ribs, those cheese, charcoal grill, gas and pellet.
Oh, golly.
No, no, begins here. America.com or wherever it's sold. You want your vehicle to look showroom new inside out? Sarah, the industry leader in ceramic coatings and paint carpets. So every wash with Ceratone's high foam vehicle shampoo.
Man, Cole Custer's outrunning the one. Outrunning the one.
The final result? Unmatched performance and long-lasting protection guaranteed. With over 80,000 five-star reviews and more number one bestsellers than any other brand, trust Ceratone.
One.
What if you have shaped like me? For a fraction of big brand prices. For shady rate, you can.
One digest. One. You know it. You know what's bad? Love one. Oh my God.
Order now and get 20% off site-wide. ShadyRays.com. One KFC Super Bowl Ultimate Game.
The KFC Supergirl Ultimate Meal is here. The three heroic Supergirl sauces are at
I show my Well, Taylor Gray's the first regular tonight to lead more than 10 laps or 10 plus laps. Chat, I see the time. But also the chat. Seven deadly. Seven deadly. Time like. Chat. How much is left? Yes, to the guy. To the guy in the back. What? Wait, whoa, no. My head. Did y'all hear that? Oh, gosh. My head. It's not that. I mean, wait. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think this is the first one we've seen his team all night because he's finally broken into the top rope with his team. This 21 team has worked diligently to get that car better all night long. Was not good at the beginning of this race. Too loose, even if people were finishing. It was very sensitive. Quick to check the cars. They took a huge swing at the end of stage one. They changed track bar adjustments, air pressure, pulled those numbers. Still that second stage was still free. Kind of came through 7 or 8 laps in, but ended that run very free. Made some adjustments at the end of stage two, and this stage to start this final stage. Austin finally telling his team this is the best we fired off all night long.
See the driver that won a couple of weeks ago on the streets in San Diego. 75 laps to go. We're about 15 laps away from the window opening for green flag pit stops. Taylor Rayleigh's. To Haggerty, it's obvious. Once these cars, this is not like it's harder to operate.
Yeah, this year versus
You use it less,
this year.
you love it.
We put them all away.
It's a lot harder to replace. It's not just
No.
anymore from everyday insurance. Pay a better price for better coverage from Haggerty. Today at Haggerty.
What do you need, Mom?
Coming to the stage this Friday, it's NASCAR Team Karaoke. But here's one.
Oh, we got Brandon Jones in the top three. Oh hell yeah! Well, one of my pitch. Man, no one is picked Taylor Gray.
With no Tesla, clear skin could be your jam. Live in the moment. Struggling on toppings? Ask your doctor about Tesla. The Cuervo has a bucket list. The $10 Monday nuggets.
This is one.
Wednesday wings. Thursday tenders. Friday nuggets again. Now that's living life to the fullest. Get a $10 bucket in a day from KFC.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation, not liking clean. What man didn't realize is that wetter cleans better. See how wet Dude Wipes completely clears while dry TP smears? Ditch the itch and switch to an extra large tool bags for less clean, hands down.
When we started the open rooms, we had our work cut out for us. SLS had our back since day one, making sure every hire, every paycheck, and every player was taken care of. That's the love sustainability we give all the number one deserves.
If you want your vehicle to look showroom tuned inside and out, Cerakote, the industry leader in ceramic coatings, makes it easier for complete car care season. With over 80,000 five-star reviews and more number one bestsellers than any other brand, you can trust Cerakote. Buy now.
All right, 70 to go.
Starts now.
70 laps to go. World Series racing.
Working on 69 to go.
Leads. Chase Elliott second, 3.2 seconds behind. And a little bit of a kiss here for driver 88.
Little wall tap right there off of two. You noticed the Goodyear lettering was missing, and then a second time. Watch this. This is a great visual. You run up against the wall and you just get a bit sideways and tap it. That's great. That's well, then it gets a little hard. And the good news is though, when that goes straight away with it, and they're not big impacts. Let's hear what Chase had to say about all that.
Oh, yellow. Oh, there's the caution. Oh, it's Zillish. Took the one hit of it.
Bouncing around. First natural caution tonight. The only other two
Well, that's our first caution for incident tonight.
And boy, does this caution come out at an interesting time because for so many, and it'll take a couple of laps before we get pit road open, but you're just outside the window. But you absolutely have to pit. So I'm assuming that this happened from maybe getting the wall, and we saw Chase Elliott there. That's the risk you run as that body gets pushed against the tire and cuts it down. And Connor's ref seen there was having his brake bias all the way to the front to try to tighten it up on the entry, and then also cutting off the left rear brake. You can do that on the lever inside the car. The teams give the drivers that tool to be able to make it tighter on entry when you use the brakes. But he was talking about how he's just sliding up into the wall. Sheldon Creed had worked his way into the free pass position. He was like fifth in line of those a lap down when he made the unscheduled pit stop at lap 106. So he gets back on the lead lap here. Creed scored in 28. That's the good news. The bad news is if they elect to come down here and get tires, that would be their last set of stickers. So we'll see how it plays out for them and how they manage the rest of their night. Yeah, for some of these, this could be pretty close on the field run, especially for those junior motorsports cars, which we just heard that radio when the caution came out of Chase Elliott's team.
Pits are still
A
closed.
little bit of fuel for that strategy. So we know that those Hendrick motors have been making a lot of power, but they've definitely been struggling in the fuel mileage category this season. And this is going to be a little far out the window. Pit road not open gives us a chance to remind you that when caution lights are on, what you're seeing on the track is the same Wheeling emergency warning technology used by police, fire, and EMS vehicles across America, trusted every day to protect those who protect us. I think about some of the exchanges on pit road tonight. And in that first cycle, Chase Elliott, 8018, was able to take the top spot. They had the issue.
I haven't done it yet. I will do it in a moment. Caution's out. It's like Zillish hit the wall and the tire carcass came off. This is our first natural caution of the night.
You got a Toyota up there, you got some ECR engines. There's going to be a pretty big discrepancy, and guys are going to have to make a decision. You'll have to make a decision early on. You run the first 8 to 10 laps hard, trying to get separated, and then make that choice of do I start saving now? Because you can't do it in the last 10 laps, so you have to make a commitment early on if that's your plan. It's like when you got your cell phone out and you're like, I'm doing all this texting and I'm streaming and I'm checking
All
my
right,
social media.
green lights on for pit road. Here they come.
When you get the GPS to get home, you're like, wait, I'm out of battery. I don't have anything to work with here. Progressive Pit Road is open. Everybody
5 laps, that's 60 minutes. 60 miles.
All the adjustments we've made have been moved just a little bit more in that direction. Chase Elliott at 88 cars that progressing at the wheel a lot and taking prices. Some of this might be
Usually a mile is 60 miles per hour, that's 60 minutes.
Yeah. 3 laps around Chicagoland is 4.5 miles. Or
4 minutes. So how many laps is that?
You point to Jacobs Racing, and here they are again. 50-13 home serve as we look at the race off Progressive Pit Road.
well, if the race goes green, the rest of the way after this restart, we should finish in by about 9:30, 9:35. I hope. Oh, yep.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report to solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians.
Well, I'm going to adjust to it, Mom. I mean, I understand the concern, Mom. Well, I'm going to do something about making an adjustment to it.
I never thought this would happen.
takes control of your life. We got you. Get back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Surf Pro. What could never even happen?
You've got to try the softest sneaker ever. Hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins. Sneakers that are as soft and comfy as your favorite slippers. Just step in and go with no bending down or touching. Wrap your feet in hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
For Jim, life's big moments happen in seconds, like falling in love with Abby in as little as 2 seconds, or proposing to her in 78 seconds. Then Jim had the hardest conversation of his life in 100 seconds when he learned that he had cancer. Because life's big moments add up in seconds, Jim and his doctor chose a Q-Vac for its administration time, an injectable immunotherapy given in as little as 180 seconds. It may be used alone in adults to treat melanoma, a type of skin cancer that is spread or can't be removed by surgery and is approved for many other cancers. Q-Vac can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, feeding, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst, urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain, weakness, joint pain, or fever, reports of severe persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have Weiss Lupus or Guillain-Barré syndrome, immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and lupus. These are not all possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune and nervous system problems. If you've ever planned to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation, a Devo Q-Vac can harm your unborn baby. Because every second counts. The Devo Q-Vac.
When we started Oakland Roots, we had our work cut out for us. That's so trusting one word, unlock. They're the team behind the team, helping us hire, pay, and take care of everyone in the organization. NASCAR CW is brought to you by Golden Corral. Golden Corral honors our nation's heroes. Progressive Insurance. Get in the savings lane today. Visit progressive.com. By Toyota. Let's go Racers. Been a long day for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on this July 4th from Chicagoland Speedway. We've hit the final stage. The racing has been incredibly entertaining. Taylor Gray is leading. Let's get a report on the guy back there in the pit spot. Jesse Love now to Dillon.
Yeah, there was lots of chatter after that pit stop of just how close everybody is on fuel, and if they think they can try to make it to the end. Let's get some short key radio communication from the 2 team on what they think the strategy is moving forward.
Here, want some?
Yes, Mom.
I think 6 laps is worth taking a shot, though. Yeah, some of these guys don't show their hand. They just basically said there's no way. Just run hard because we're not going to try to save fuel.
And historically, the USCR cars are really good at stretching fuel. We know that's Boston Hill, and I think back to Watkins Glen would put Jesse Love in position to be battling for the win in that race with stretching fuel further than anyone did in that race. So he has the skill of doing that, and that team, those engines do get good for much.
Setting 1 unlock. Scan the QR code to take a short free online hearing test. Now let's listen into Starkey radio communication with the race leader, Taylor Gray.
Everybody's close on fuel. Nobody can make it, including too many laps to save. So just keep doing what you're doing. Keep saving hard. Getting good behind caution or something here. Goodbye is what we need.
The Jokins race, we talked about their efforts on the pit lane. The 18 team has gained 11 spots since they had that victory early in the race. Let's get an update. Corey Day, Kim.
Yeah, as we talk fuel, as all the crews said, we're not going to even try. We are 10 laps short, so plan on either pitting under green or if we get a caution.
All Jokins racing front row. Restart coming.
All right, got to restart here. Taylor Gray, Brandon Jones on the front row. Here we go. 61 to go.
Wow, great restarting at the right time, though. Down here in turn 22 as well. All the way to the top. Look at this restart. Is he quite clear? Taking down the bottom down the back. That's a sidetracked into three. Chase Elliott right there with him. Still good. He's able to run that second line. He's even
You see it or stop or what?
Up 3 wide. Chase Elliott looking to the bottom. So William Sawalich is up there in 4th place.
Um,
3 wide. Austin Hill going to the bottom.
good, huh? That, was that a flash? Oh no. No.
Oh, whoa. Corday got pushed way up the track. Brent Cruz to the bottom. Oh, my. Taylor Gray's caught back up to Chase Elliott, so he's not pulling him get away.
Series where he is a champion, got it done 12 years with Wood Robin Virginia Motorsports. I can tell you, listening to that award, it's a lot of throttle coming out of that 88 car right now. Some of these guys have to work with all on it pretty long with how slick the track is as the tires wear. But right now, grip level is high. Lots of throttle in these cars. And the track is seriously cooled down from where we started today. It's just going to continue to gain that grip with it. Anytime you get the chances to work on that race car, make adjustments to make it better. Normally, to get these final runs of the race, this is when you go the fastest.
I can't believe the zero of Cole Custer is outrunning our points leader.
Right there's for 10th position, trying to get to the outside of Cole Custer. Up the racetrack. Cole fighting back on the inside. Says got more momentum than you always have on the top side. Nick Sanchez, 87. We talked about the scoring situation. Thought they were lap down, got their lap back. He's been productive.
Nick Sanchez in the 87. He'll be in that car next week.
Issues tonight after leading wire to wire in stage one. We're going to get back inside the top 15.
Damn, Connorsville's just still chugging along. He's up to 15th now.
Absolutely. And the doctor doing a good job. Having a great night. Patrick Starpoli.
Patrick Starpoli looking to the inside of the 17th. Patrick Starpoli probably has at least a top 15, top 20, probably Immediately top 15, top 20.
They're running fireworks right there in the back and in the back and then next to the
All right, well, it's officially midnight on the East Coast where they're at.
they do it in front of with the water farm, kids and all that, and then they run away.
It's still July 4th in Joliet, Illinois. But if you're watching,
They did that in the
each
back.
of us, we appreciate you staying up with us because it's Sunday morning. Out east, we're scheduled to go rain at 5:40 Eastern time. We had rain with 3 here about an hour before that. Had to dry the track, took a while. Heavy storms in the Chicagoland area, but we persevered. We're going to get it. Series. 50 to go. The fourth quarter is here. Chase Elliott in front of Gray, Jones, Love, and Solange.
For 250 years, over 41 million courageous men and women have answered the call to defend our freedom. And here today, we sent them and their families because we were built by them. We proud to stand together to honor our military.
Taylor Gray still keeping Chase Elliott within his sights. He was fourth, almost about half a second behind.
I've doubted myself more times than I can count. Heard every opinion, read every headline. When you're surrounded by the right people, you learn it's about more than just racing. It's about why you're racing, who you're racing for. And when you realize that, you take control of your sport. America put down the burgers and pick up Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. It's the best cheese. It's the best meat. It's only available at Arby's. We have the meat.
We encourage men to leave their mark on the world, not on their shirts. Introducing Dr. Squatch Invisible Body Deodorant, an clear application formula you didn't know existed, because it didn't. Until now. Grappa is your kitchen secret ingredient, and Grappa is
No, I haven't.
Okay, give me them. Give me.
All right, I'll take a picture of them now.
Come on. From the what?
Let's do it right here.
What's your sequence? But I'm gonna go sit out there because they're bugging grandma now.
He's paranoid that he's gonna hit it this time. Oh, caution! Dang, another one for Connor Zilch.
Come on.
For the fourth time, one car got away from Connor Zilch. What a night. I mean, it's the yo-yo, right? What a night he's had. So I think about this. I'm really curious now, how do you handle it? Because we'll manage the caution first. But I just think about, you got a set of tires. You're well within your window.
Can you take a picture of all of them?
Yes, I got all of them in the frame.
Okay, which one can I start? Which one can I try? Can I do a pistol Pete? Which one can I try?
You can do a pistol Pete.
Okay, how about the ball?
What?
How about the ball? I'll do 2 balls, 2 of these, and No. Say these, or you gonna? We didn't buy more of these, or that's it.
Yes.
Okay, where's the lighter?
There should be down there. Yeah. One thing I don't like about this one is the top.
Managing the numbers.
Every time we do
Trying to figure out what's going to happen next. Managing some air pressures. Here's Connor. I wondered, do you have another flat? We talked about how loose this car was, and that's, I mean, maybe it already hit the wall with the tires going down, but it's a classic case of something broke and it was called rear traction. Yeah, that's one way to put it.
And sorry about that. Got a little distracted. Yeah, damn, Connor Zilch, man, what a night he's had. Could be a lot worse. I mean, his car's not completely totaled, so he can keep going.
As a cup driver, running for Rookie of the Year at NASCAR's top level in 2026. For everything that went right for Carzilla last year, but he is all went wrong this year. But still, at 19 years old, he'll be 27. So much in front of him. So much bright future. Incredibly bright future. It's just going to be a blip on the radar. Well, he did the booth with us, came up here in Nashville. One of the wife was just super impressed. All right, green light's on. Pit road is open. And the call is to come down Progressive Pit Road. Look at that line, Kim.
Yeah, but it was a huge debate on the 88 radio. Richard Martin Lindley thought originally it was too early to cut. In fact, if they came down, they'd go another caution. They were kind of stuck using their last set of Goodyear tires here, but ultimately thought everybody was going to cut. So Brad takes a lead there. They'll take a little bit more of the adjustment they took last time. And Jesse right there, Jesse adjustment to get more rear grip done.
All right.
As we watch him come off, Ryan Sieg is the first off. Brandon Jones comes out behind him.
Okay.
So you get it's called save a set of tires, so you've got the track position. Yeah. But if we do get another caution, you're in a spot where you can come down and get some stickers. We'll see how it all shakes out. We'll get the lineup and the restart when we return on CW. Show you the incredible ceiling power play. Where's your pain? Right here. Both knees. Take on the pain with Copper Foot Mobilizer. High-grade compression sleeves. Combine the car. Blue Actor fibers. Molding. Refreshing fabric. Increase circulation to reduce inflammation. Perfection recovery. And pain relief.
It's more than just a question, and it's working for the Copper was once.
All right, so right.
It's working for me, so mobilizer.com. Swap your feet to show you inside out. Zero. The industry leader in ceramic cleats makes it easier to complete repair situation. Start every wash with Cerakote's high-performance vehicle share. The clean interior, coaching tires, and plastics into your sport cloudy headlights and miniature effect. The final result? Long-lasting protection and guarantee. With over 80,000 five-star reviews and the #1 bestseller for those that are brand. Trust first. I'm looking forward to next Saturday. Not that here at Chicagoland. We're going to Echo Park Speedway and we'll still be looking. I'm ready to get to Atlanta too. Listen, I'm going to tell you what coverage we get. 6:30 Eastern Time. It really is. Stefan Remy said, I think back to the beginning of the year in that epic finish we had when Sheldon Creek got his first career victory. Join us next Saturday up at CW. I think most people have watched the fireworks, then come back in, kind of in a bed. That's going to be the bunch at the end of this race. You're still up with us. We appreciate you. They're saying, why are they replaying the race right now? No, we're live. We're still here. Don't worry all day. Don't worry about it. It's how we schedule a live and fifth. Look at this. And then the strategy for Matt Noyce, they come down fuel only. You get the track position. Yeah, I just got to tell you, who knows how this is going to shake out, but Kim talked about Marty Lindley and the stress of being pit hours and too early. They come back in their tires 39 so that's it. I just love this call. You know, you look at where they're running, there's a massive amount of gains here. If we get that caution in 20 laps or so, this is going to fall right in their hands to have an outsized day. This is a team that's a little bit below the chase cut line. Coming in, they were 46 points out of the chase. They've been trying desperately for years now to get Ryan's first win. I love this call by Matt Noyce to just put themselves in a different position. That call, I think, impacts Chase Elliott the most. Because Chase Elliott was going to be able to line up on the front row, whether Brandon chose the bottom or the top. Now, Chase is going to have to make a choice. You know, do you want to line up behind Brandon or whatever, or Sting or whatever lane he chooses, or do you go with who you think's going to have all the speed? It's going to have a big impact on this race and the decision that he makes here. I'd love to know the mindset of what the 88's thinking on this restart. All four Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas inside the top 7. You look at Junior Motorsports, Chase Elliott up there in 3rd. Carson Cuervo inside the top 10. Allgaier not too far back. Joe Gibbs Racing and Junior Motorsports have combined to win 9 of the last 10 on mile and a half in the O'Reilly Store. If I'm Chase Elliott, I am hoping that the 39 takes the outside and it forces Brandon to the inside, because the one thing we've seen the last 2 or 3 restarts when Chase has been there it's been on the outside as he has been able to work, and that gives him an opportunity. If the 39 can just get a good launch here, once they get to turns 1 and 2, it'll put 80 in a little bit better position. 88's been in that position when he's racing guys on tires. That's racing guys on tires. I think this is tough. You know, the launch though, for the big time. Yeah, it's all going to be up to Ryan Seeley what he does here, and he's going to be at the mercy of the 39. That's a tough position to put yourself in. You really don't want to. So I don't know if this was the right choice, but we'll find out. Yeah, and if you're the 39, knowing you're on a little bit older tires, you're going to make a little faster restart. You're going to roll a little quicker because it's going to be harder to hook up the rear tires onto this. And he just has to get rolling here. No need to get side by side with Brandon down into turns 1 and 2. It'll be 38 laps to go when we return to the green flag. Mention the fact we're going to Atlanta next week. A couple of Georgia boys on the front row for the restart here. You'd love to win and come home with all that momentum, right? If you're Brandon Jones or Ryan Sieg. There's a Georgia driver in row 2 that would love to return home with a trophy. On board here with a guy from Dawsonville.
All right, here we go. Back to green. A couple of Georgia drivers on the front row, Ryan Sieg and Brandon Jones, as we get 38 laps to go. Here we go. 39 is going to get shuffled out. Come on, Taylor Great. Carson Cuervo up to 5th now. Let's go.
holding Chase Elliott back, who we've seen be so good on all of these restarts. On the right side of your screen.
Oh, spin. It's William Sawalich.
Wheeling caution lights are on. That's number 5 tonight. And you think about Sawalich, who worked his way to the top 5 and how important all the points are. He was 6 when he went for a ride. And here we are. Points as they run. He's at minus 27. And we should highlight what his teammate is done tonight. Taylor Gray, who came in just above that cut line.
Sawalich is minus 42.
Plus 56 because of all those stage points he's gathered overnight. That's a painful process. Doug Williams going through right here with a flat tire. Woo! This is 2 teammates. Let's bring Cruz to the 19.
Tap
Goes up
him?
the track.
Barely tapped him. Oops, didn't you do that?
Knows that the Toyota Supra
Ain't much. Besides, Cruz is only a rookie, but calm down, people.
Cruz missed jumps a little bit, and inside of that, you feel like everyone's going to fire off these new tires quick. That's a great observation. He did just a little bit on it, like his contact, and caused his lightest. Those are always interesting meetings on Monday. Well, I got to tell you, they were already interesting because you had all 3 of those young drivers over there at JGR fighting for a chase position, basically. 3 guys going for 2 spots, and now you add a little more to this dramatic situation. If you're right, Steve, who's employing that alternate strategy of not taking tires, this was not quite enough laps. Yeah, you let them 10 more, maybe? Yeah. He wanted this a little bit later. No, but if you're a Chase Elliott fan, this is what you wanted. Actually, lets him reset, get to restart on the front row, and battle with Brandon Jones. So Brandon was doing an awesome job. Got a great car here. Once he got out front, it looks to me like he's going to be extremely hard to pass. Ryan Snyder gets the free pass. He goes back to the lead lap. So Adam, you referenced the Gibbs cars. It just seems like the longer this race goes, all of them have migrated towards the front. Like we talked about the 54 at the beginning. Then as this went on, just all those guys just slowly creep into the front. Well, what's interesting about it is they all had, their fair share of challenges tonight. Down to 3 young guys hadn't seen the place before this weekend. And, Brandon Jones had tested here, and we know how good he is at the 1.5 and has the experience. But because of the way things worked out with qualifying being washed out and where they finished last week, he had to start deep in the field. So it hasn't been easy for any of them, but they've all come to play. And obviously, Sawalich now going to have a hard time getting back into it late. This caution evening comes out with teammates tangled. Cruz Sawalich get together. Jones, Elliott, Gray, Love, the top 5.
Introducing the all-new Mobilizer compression socks from Copperfit, the #1 compression sock brand. Easy on, easy off compression socks with built-in arch support technology to relieve tired, achy feet. Now, with energizing Lumiform blue infrared fibers woven into compression fabric to help boost circulation, reduce swelling, and relieve pain.
No more pain, no more achy feet.
These are the socks to wear to help keep the energy going. Get yours now at mobilizersocks.com. Stores bring damage. Flex Seal brings solutions. Be prepared with the products that millions trust to keep them safe, dry, and secure. Use Flex Tape for quick emergency repairs. Flex Seal Liquid to keep everything sealed and dry. Flex Seal Spray to stop all types of leaks. This storm season, defend against damage. Get the original Flex Seal family of products. Available at retailers everywhere. The awesome works. Introducing the X-Pack from Copperfit, our groundbreaking technology designed for compression support of your lower back and core like you've never experienced before. The X-Pack evenly distributes the support across a broader surface area of your back for relief of lower back aches and pains. Orthopedic design alloy support mat and 4 built-in flexible stabilizers to help improve alignment and promote better posture. Get X-Pack at Amazon.com. Copperfit, feel the difference.
Here at Chicagoland Speedway, just Justin was not trying to use that as a tough time of those two road course races. This just pushed him over the line. Had conversations came after the race and let him know it's his pleasure. And then tonight, they were racing tightly, trying to clear St. Mary before he gets there. They were around each other a lot. They had some words on the radio.
I will firewall the open. I do not hear anyone. Don't worry about chaos. Just worry about the future.
That's wise words there, Frank Overstreet, but a driver that feels like he's been wronged multiple times is going to want to let it be known. You have a massive point lead like just Hawker has. You feel kind of invincible right now. They used to be teammates. Yeah, so let's just add another layer down the Dylan.
Brandon Jones is the race leader, screeching the same Macaulay. Okay, you told me at the start of the day that you won't be 29th for long. You were right. So now what's going to be the hardest part of holding these guys off?
I mean, the 50-40, they look really good, especially on the short run. So it's really starts with his shoes and just executing a good restart. I think from there, it's really just Brandon doing his thing. You know, this is kind of setting up like a water. You just got to focus on this restart first.
All right, the car has been awesome so far.
All right, sorry, sorry, I keep going in and out.
Brandon Jones goes high. Chase Elliott goes to the outside lane. Wow. Well, I mean, the AK's been getting wound up now, right? Christopher Gray on the front row with his teammate. And it's at the outside, it's been right. Chase Elliott first shot. That's where he's been able to get to the lead multiple times. So feels like he wants to be there now, even give it a rep. And that's hard to do. Yeah. At the front, that's, you're taking a immense amount of risk. You know, the big risk is often where if you give up the front row, say you end up side by side and caution comes out, well, now you just negate yourself a whole row back by giving up the first row. You know, so if you don't get back there quick enough, the caution can pop right back down on a restart. That's gonna be fun to watch. See him, he can get to the outside, get Brandon a little shove here on the initial start. I never give the advantage of the outside lane, but the front row's pretty good. And Chase has been good in the outside, and maybe he doesn't feel good on the inside. There could be kind of two things going on there all at one time, and his best shot at winning this is to get to the outside of the 20 and clear him on the exit.
All right, pace cars to pit road. We're gonna have 30 laps to go. Here we go. Brandon Jones, control car. Leave them off. Zero going up high since the 21. With 20 to go. Chase Elliott going to the bottom. Slide job. Ah, that was close. Brandon Jones not backing down. Damn. And Taylor Gray. Brandon Jones looking to the outside. That's well. Oh shit! Oh shit! He go nuts. Jesse Love is right there. You better run. Pack some air. Oh shit! Ouch! When we come to the line, Jones gonna get him here at the line. You get 25 to go. 20 can go run him. Yeah.
Able to clear Chase Elliott. We get a look back. This is 3 or 4 laps ago when Chase slides up. Chase almost makes contact with the outside middle.
Well, Red Sloth is snuck quietly re-entered the top. I think it's safe to say Jones can quietly, slowly but surely pull away.
Than he actually was right there. And because of that, I feel like Chase raced him extremely fair when it was reversed, knowing that he had kind of slid up in front of him. They would race each other so intensely and sliding that they probably spent a lot of time and he would find something to track down Joe Brandon. Well, Chase got around Brandon. He was 1.3 seconds back. And I'm like, okay, remember that to see if he can make a move. Brandon goes back by, and the difference now 1.9 seconds. So you do have to rest, reset, and now attack, and you only have what will be 22 laps to get it done. But last time by, Taylor Gray ran almost 2 tenths quicker than those guys, and 1/10 of a second quicker than Brandon Jones, and they're going to have to search around. You watch these guys, they're all at the bottom in turns 3 and 4, and now you see Jones go to the top. You're going to have to search around for some grip, try to find some lap time. They'll be telling you if the leader's running what you're running. If you're running a 2 tenths slower, you're just going to have to move around and see if you can find some speed somewhere. Bobble continues inside the top 5. But it's been a productive evening for Austin Hill. And it's big for Austin. Because he comes in 50 points. And we were talking prior to the race tonight about the importance of where you need to be for the reset. Here's 21. Making the move. Hill getting forward away from Quapple. But the crossover is a return from the 9. And we have to salute Carson Quapple. Because this would be his 7th consecutive top 10 finish. And that's as good a run as he's ever been on in his career. And he's been doing it in a different car every week. The 1, the 9. Think about what he's done in 91 when he goes over and drives for DGM to complete the full season. He hasn't looked like he's had a great car tonight.
Yes, I still work, but I work only Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. all 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are my off days. Austin Hill and Carson Quapple battling for 5th.
Between these two, based on what Austin Hill did down in turns 1 and 2 the last time out. Pretty common theme, it feels like. Well, it wasn't really these two that got into each other, but I just go back to San Diego. Quapple was kind of on the wrong end of it with Taylor Gray. And it kind of opened the door for Austin Hill to go on and get the win that Carson thought he deserved, right? So
19 to go.
Carson complained about the balance being loose. I'm telling you,
Be closing the lead. Be closing the voting poll in 9 laps. No, 8 laps from now. So 45% for Allgaier, 27% for Creed and Quapple. Taylor Gray. I'm amazed no one has been picked. Brent Cruz, Carson Quapple battling for 6 and 7.
But anything north of 40 is good for grapefruit. Actually, with the 41 there as they race pole position. Look at their partner, Red Swamp. Plus, 78 with Roy J. Races to go to chase and get a hang on in the top 10. So impressive in such a big year for Michael Motorsport to have a car into the chasing with the organizations in the
Oh, you look tired already?
No.
It's so impressive.
Oh, caution. Oh, it's Ryan C.
One more lap.
16 to go.
What the time now?
Oh,
9:09.
there goes the tire. Here. Well, there goes Ryan C's tires.
Yeah, we'll be going soon, Mom, okay? We're going soon. Damn brakes, man. That's stupid. Which one do you want to do?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but this it's not my fault this race got delayed, Mom. Mom.
Yes, Cameron.
Well, we kind of touched on this earlier. We're going, back to Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta next weekend, and that's about an hour from his hometown in Tucker, Georgia. And the first time we went there in the draft configuration, he was so close to getting a victory in 2022. He'll be a player next Saturday night. The blown right front is from him being locked up as he's trying to catch the car. Just feels like he got loose. Then he's flat spotted that tire, and you could actually see the car just vibrating from how bad that was flat spotted. He drove back to the pits fairly quick, and by the time he got to turn 3, it just exploded right here. Watch this. Boom. Once it comes apart, it just, you got to tear off the car. You got to tear off, being pulled away, tire exploding, debris flying everywhere. Free pass here goes to William Sawallich. He had lost a lap in that exchange when he had to spin from 6th. He scored 30th. You don't have any tires to do anything with here, but just being on the lead lap for Sawallich, when you think about the points, now he can go out, maybe pass some people and gain some of those points back that he lost, but right now showing 42 below the chase cut line. And to that point, this will be one of the toughest restarts of the race. You have older tires here now. You're trying to get the power down. We saw that work well for Ryan C. He was able to get a good launch when he was the only car was on older tires there. But this will definitely be one of the tougher ones to try to hook these cars up on the restart on older tires. You don't have a lot of experience with it. A lot of big decisions here too. Taylor Gray got the lead from the inside, but honestly, I think the outside's been a little bit better most of the day, so we'll have to make that decision. I was going to comment just before the caution came out for seeing. I looked at the lap times, and I think Jones was coming quick, 2/10 a lap. 2-3 laps prior to that was really cutting into the lead of Taylor Gray. So Taylor's going to know that. Brandon's going to know what he had. I think this also brings Love and Chase Elliott back into the equation. So it's going to come down to the launch of this restart. What these guys can do, as Parker said, restarts on sticker tires are a completely different animal than what these guys have. Once you get 15, 20 laps on your tires, it just doesn't have the grip. Well, this restart going to come with right around 10 laps to go, Carla.
Yeah, Adam, and we talked about this earlier in the season, but it's crazy to think that we're into week 20 and still haven't seen an overtime finish in the O'Reilly Series. The last time was last October in Martinsville, where Taylor Gray got his first career win. So certainly something that Gray is possibly set up to do again. How abnormal is it, though? Well, since 2021, we've averaged 12 overtimes per season, and it's still a long way to go, though, for the record without an overtime. That was set in 2020 when we had a 26 stretch without extra laps added. But maybe that's a different story tonight, Ken. Yeah, let's talk about Chase Elliott in that third position before we see the choose. He just came on the radio and said, look, guys, this is the best I've been balance-wise all night. Obviously, obviously we don't have control of the race, but I feel confident about the car, all the research, so we'll get it. And Chase is just loving these cars in general. After practice, he told the team, I'm going to ask to run more races. I'm going to reach out to Mr. H and say, I want to do more of these. Loves these cars, loves how they race, and you have to think that if he got this win, then that would solidify how much he's enjoying running in this series.
I can tell you, watching where the 88's running under caution, I get a pretty good idea of what he's thinking on this restart. And I want to say shame on Carlo Metz for bringing up that overtime. We have gaps on it. It's a sure way to jinx us into being here. Well, even later than we are. July 5th. I was going to say, it's already July 5th today. We don't need to get there in a central time zone. The other interesting thing about what Chase Elliott is doing here is he's going up there to clean off those top lane, but then as he gets to the straightaway, he's cleaning those tires off and getting that rubber off of those tires. So he's doing two things under this caution to try and prep the track and prep his car. Dylan.
Jason Ratcliffe is the crew chief for Taylor Brandon, the race leader. Hey, what lane do you want to hear on this restart? I think we'll hold the top. I think those guys were going to give him the bottom. I thought the 20 maybe spun him a little bit. I think especially with last on tires, I think the top's what you want. But Denver's done a great job all night. I think right now he's pretty motivated, so I don't think it matters which lane you give him. He's going to fight very hard. Are you surprised at how good this car has been, or the progress you made as early in the race as you did?
Well, I think everyone should be good on tires and fuel to the end. All the front runners, all the lead lap drivers should all be good on tires and fuel. See, some drivers took tires and fuel. Corey Day, Jeb Burton, LeVar Scott, Garrett Smith, Kyle Siegel, Swanson, Anthony Alfredo. And we have 29 cars on the lead lap. Not bad. Damn, that sucks for Ryan Sieg. He was doing so good. I mean, as much as I mean, as much as I oppose Cup guys running the lower series, I can say with full conviction it'd be kind of dope to see Elliott winning that paint scheme. But I'm kind of itching for a regular to win tonight. Oh wow, 4 wide for the race lead. Oh yep, close the pole. Well, that didn't age well. And just like that, 10 to go. Pole is closed. Come on. Yeah. Connor's. Oh, gee. Damn, that was close. All right, 8 laps to go in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Chicagoland Speedway. Chase Elliott leads Brandon Jones and Jesse Love, but Brandon Jones is like the only one who can run him back again. 7 to go. Yeah, Brandon Jones is keeping Chase Elliott in his sights. Both running the high lane. Momentum the 20 has. 6 to go. He's right there. Oh, crash! Wow. Patrick Star, Poli, and Kyle Sieg. Caution is out with 6 laps to go. Wow. Shit. Wow. Well, I hate to say it, but I kind of saw that coming, but not so. Man, the action has picked up in this final stage. Holy crap. Yep, this race might go into overtime. I hate to say it, but it is. Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, what the? Looks like he just lost it. LeVar Scott, Brendan Poole went for a spin. And Mike Snyder, close call. All right, go wide open.
Yeah, that's tight racing late. 48 was squeezing him. Lost the air on the right side. There's space for him. Caution out of there. Also stayed right there. 10 seconds. They finally gathered enough on the exit. Anthony Alfredo. So, Leland, look at that. You're 82 shot. Wow. Did hit both the Alpha Prime cars in the suspension there. Tommy Joe Marks didn't like to see that. He did not. He closed his eyes. Looks expensive. Yeah. What's going on, Dylan?
Well, we're just making our way down pit road here, so we found Marty Lindley, who's the crew chief for the 88. That move to clean the top off and then rip it through 1 and 2 is pretty impressive.
Yeah, man. Chase has done a great job all night. He's been on the wheel. A pleasure for us to have him drive our car, the Hendrick.com Chevys, man. It's been great all night, man. Just been a pleasure to take stuff here.
20 was making a charge there. What do you guys need to do to hold him off?
Yeah, just got to dirty the air up for him and hopefully help him home.
All right, the 88 going for their 3rd win on a mile and a half this year.
Yeah, it's really incredible when you think about what Junior Motorsports has done, winning 3 of the 4 mile-and-a-half races. But in particular, this 88 team, Larson getting it done in Las Vegas and Texas, and now the door is open for Chase Elliott to deliver again for Marty Lindley and the team. I'll tell you what, I love what we saw in the last caution. The fact that Chase was up there cleaning the track off. You mentioned the Parker, he's picking up the rubber there to try to make some grip, gets to the straightaway, cleans his tires up. It wasn't the fact that he did that. It was the fact that he executed it on the restart. Watch him go down here. He commits to the very top line, the 4 wide, getting into turn 1. He commits to that very top lane. It's like, yep, I got it prepared. And what's the momentum he's going to have on the exit of this corner right here? Austin Hill saw him doing it, so that was fun. I'm going to chime in as well. Yeah, I mean, 2 great by all these cars as well. It's just a tremendous execution, and Chase has been great on the restarts all night long. He's going to be in a great position here because most likely Jones will take the inside. He's going to be able to run almost wide open through turns 1 and 2. But he doesn't have to go all the way to the wall, so he's not going to have all the distance. He's going to have the clean air up in front of the nose. For him, it's getting out of the restart zone, getting a little bit of momentum, and he hopes they do make it 3 wide on the inside because that puts him in even better place. Confirming this will be our first overtime finish of 2026. And how about this? I mean, there's, a lot can happen here, and we know how good Brandon Jones has been. But I look at the position that Chase Elliott is in, and we talked about the success of Junior Motorsports on the mile and a half. But they won 12 of the first 19 overall with 5 different drivers. If Elliott could win, they would match the record they set a year ago with 6 drivers going to victory lane in a single season. Reminder of the overtime rules: 2-lap shootout. If the leader takes the white flag under gray, next flag takes the race. If the caution comes out prior to the leader getting the white flag, we'll reset and do it again. We get unlimited attempts. And just so everyone knows, we got 15 minutes to get this thing in on July 4th in the second time. Have a good night. Both funky cars. Somebody's missing this race car. I don't know what the normal noise ordinance is in Dawsonville, but I'm wondering if Chase wins and we get the siren tonight. He goes outside, Brandon Jones inside. They're loud. I'd assume that. This restart. It's giving out the launch, hooking up the rear tires, getting them cleaned off, all the 4 tires cleaned off the best you possibly can here. Hooking up those rears and then seeing if you'll get a push from the car behind you or if they're going to try and pop to your outside of the inside of this front row of Chase Elliott and Brandon Jones. You got to play offense and defense all at the same time through the restart zone and down into turn 1. Especially if we got another caution, push this into 12 extra midnight. They're working on it. Front row from overtime in Chicagoland. Chase Elliott, Brandon Jones. Hadn't been here in 7 years. Going to get our money's worth tonight. Jesse Love's been really aggressive on these restarts as well, and we've seen him even from the start of the race be able to run high on the restarts and make them all on the ground. Chase is going to have his hands full. Managing Jones on the inside. I think Austin Hill could be Chase's best friend right here, hoping he can make it 3 wide and kill that momentum from the inside. Overtime pursued by Craig one back for what's ahead. Chase searching big separation, the 2 behind him, but doesn't give a chance to get run. Side, corner, Jones there. Brandon did a great job fighting back on the inside. He's going to get a good position right here. He's going to go around the middle of the chain. Right
Shit. All right. Oh, wow. Come on, Brandon Jones. Shit. Final time. Here they come to the line. Brandon Jones is going to hold off Chase Elliott and is going to win at Chicagoland. Dang it. I missed the restart. Got distracted with the fireworks. Sorry about that, everyone.
No offense to the other O'Reilly Series drivers, but when you reference there, you know this one means a lot when you take down a NASCAR Series champion and beat them in a head-to-head battle like that.
Yeah, sorry I missed the restart. I got distracted with the fireworks.
Such a weird restart. The fact that they were spread apart, I thought that was going to play into Chase's favor as they got down, but Brandon was able to run so quick through 1 and 2, and then Chase down the inside down to 3 and 4 and walks up the track. And Brandon, the move was trying it so deep down into 3.
Well, new track that Brandon Jones hasn't won on.
At the same time, it fell right in his hands to be able to clear. Brandon Jones from Atlanta, Georgia, going home next Saturday night. And when he gets
Well, finally, a different winner.
And getting it done for the first time here at Chicagoland Speedway. 4 of his 8 wins have come on mile-and-a-half tracks. That's 8 wins here in Chicago for Joe Gibbs Racing. That's the best. And
Wow.
70th time they've done it on one of these mile-and-a-half intermediates.
Brandon Jones. No. But to be honest, a regular deserves to win this race more than a cup guy. Yes.
For the first time and once again delivering a top 5 finish. But it's his veteran teammate who celebrates tonight. Brandon Jones gets it done. He tested here, had the knowledge, had the experience, did not have the starting position, but a team effort. Great execution on the pit lane. Outstanding restart in overtime, and he beats one
Wow.
to get it done.
Yes. Well, on the bright side, at least they got this race in. Let's go. Oh, man, it's been a while since Brandon Jones has won a race. Wow. What a finish.
What does it mean not only to win at Chicagoland, coming back here for the first time in 7 years, but also to hold up a Cup Series champion to do it?
I think it says a lot about just how resilient we are and how hard we're working at this. Chase made it really difficult on me. He's one of the best in the sport, right? And so I knew he was going to be difficult. We were all on old tires. That was a blast to slide around and do it at.
See, laughing when I get distracted with the fireworks. I almost missed the end of this race. What? It's frustrating to do that and do this.
Brandon Jones, a winner here at Chicagoland on July 4th. Dylan.
Chase Elliott won 78 laps, but has to settle for second. That last restart, you and Jesse, there was some separation between the two of you. Was that how you wanted it to go? Not really, but I don't think that was why we lost. But by any means, I mean, I know that he was planning on giving me a good push, and it was really at that point, I think, just about managing the old tires and just trying to get a good launch more so than it was about a shove. But yeah, ended up kind of having momentum going the wrong way into turn 3, and I tried to drive in really hard and got myself super tight. So yeah, super bummed about that. Honestly, it was kind of an up and down night. I thought we got our Chevy a lot better throughout the night, and Marty and everybody on the A team did a great job of just kind of hanging in there and continuing to get better. So credit to Brandon, he did a good job. He had a good restart. Stayed side by side through 1 and 2, and he had momentum going the right way at turn 3, and got myself in a bad spot. Thanks, Bryce. Thanks, Chase.
How about this? The last 6 restarts, the leader failed to hold the top spot. Pretty remarkable. But a lot about lane selection and everything that went into this night. What a fun finish. We get overtime for the first time in 2026. And it's ending on the 4th of July. We get fireworks at the finish. And it's Brandon Jones who delivers the grand finale. Remember now, in the victory, his first of 26.
I'll tell you who you are. What you can't do.
Where you don't belong.
With the right people on your side, you're in your best.
Don't wait for success. You chase it. Sharper, tougher, faster. With every lap.
And when you do everything
2-hour premiere Monday, July 13th, only on the CW.
Music should just be fun. Wherever the music takes me, kid. Weeknights starting at 7 on My 58.
Summon same-day Wi-Fi for instant online magic and lock in your price for 5 years.
Later, it's over for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series at Chicagoland. Now we get our Formula One winning moment. You're a great couple. Yes, I mean, she is always the first one there to tell him what a great job he did. And this is awesome, right? We get to the victory lane. They're always smiling, having a good time, laughing. I just love doing races. She's the offer here. It's less scary. The set trip on the roll cage. Just about third tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And obviously, you were in several of the last restarts of this. Manage them, and what more did you need tonight?
Yeah, just a little bit of potential in our real Camaro. I thought we were close. Didn't quite have enough to make the elite tonight. So, yeah, I wish that I would have been able to give Chase a little bit of a push. He's worried about if I get to his bumper, then he's going to, obviously get a lot of wheel spin. And I was trying to catch up in time, and I felt like the first three starts, you could get the power out pretty good, but after we got that many laps on tires, it was really tricky to get the power down. So, wish I could have got a better push, but overall, I thought our car was pretty close tonight. We just lacked a little bit of something special. So, overall, I wish the points thing was a little bit better. I was surprised to see we only gained as much as we did on Justin, but overall, I'm proud of the effort by everybody. Our victory kept us in the fight and had some good restarts at the end there. Would have loved to see what another lap would have done if they were side by side. If I could have strung together a really good run or get somebody out of the way. But regardless, it was a good day. We kind of needed one. It's been kind of a tough couple, last month or two. A lot of stuff kind of out of our control. So I know they can kind of control their own destiny now, even though we want a little more.
Yeah, this is 7 straight top 10s for Jesse on Mile and a Half Track 7.
Yeah, so I was going to say, he's been great. A mile and a half, the importance. We're down 4 races to go to the chase, fellas.
And he referenced, he didn't guys mention it, Justin. He thought he was going to 200 points.
Take right in a lot over 40 gain right there. Lead by gets up from the better position for a second. But the big loser for the night right there, 13. Swallow that issue late. His teammate Rick Cruz came in a little bit behind. I think about 23. Now he's 44 points back. Really have a lot of work to do for these next few races.
Take Rogers, Cruz, and Ryan. On down, and also strategy can work out.
Holiday weekend. Just 250th birthday. Informative for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Finish first one more time. It's 2026. And it's Brandon Jones as Chase Elliott to win this season. We'll see you from Atlanta. Thanks for watching and happy 4th of July, everybody.
Awards carry the same weight. That's why at Plexiderm, we set out to create the best of the best. A product so effective, you'll see results in just minutes. In almost no time, those dreaded under eye bags, fine lines, and wrinkles visibly disappear from view.
Plexiderm works. It's away all the wrinkles, all the puffiness. You can see it in my face. Wow. It's incredible. There's been creams.
Well, wow. What a finish that was. I'm sorry that I keep going in and out because my mom wants me to get rid of all the farts by lighting them up. But anyways, man, I almost missed the finish of this race. But you know what? Glad we got the race in. Um, I'm glad it. I'm glad it produced a pretty fun finish or a thriller, I should say. I'm glad Brandon Jones won. He definitely deserves it considering he's a regular, and I know how people feel about Cup guys in the lower series. So yeah, Brandon Jones deserved it more than Chase Elliott. This comes from a Chase Elliott fan. I don't care what the Chase Elliott fans think, but y'all know Cup guys don't belong in the lower series. But then again, the business strategy is the reason why Cup guys are in the lower series. Nothing we can do about it, but it is what it is. But it's nice to see Brandon Jones win. It feels like it's been forever since he's won. Nice to see him win again a track he hasn't won at before, but obviously raced at previously. Uh, man, thought Chase Elliott was gonna run away with it there, but that last caution, man, it sure changed the outcome of this race. That's for sure. Keep in mind, Brandon Jones. He's beaten Cup guys before. Remember, this is the same guy who beat Kyle Busch in an O'Reilly Auto Parts race at Phoenix back in 2020. So yeah. So yeah. And Jesse Love, he definitely had the speed in practice definitely paid off tonight. Um, the speed from practice laid over to the race. I mean, he had at least a top three car, and well, Jesse Love had a car that was probably capable of winning if he had the same race pace as Chase Elliott, but him, the 54 and the 20 were just a lot faster. So yeah, thought I'm amazed Justin Allgaier wasn't the best car this race since it's his home race. So you expect him to be dominant, but not the case tonight. Surprisingly, man, after the rough night he's had, Connor Zilish forks out a top 10. Cole Custer finishes ninth. Wait, nice job. And damn, Carson Quapple's top 10 streak has come to an end. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted. And Nick Sanchez, 12th place. Way to go. So yeah. Brent Cruz top finishes fourth. Yeah, let's take a look at the rest of the results. Man, Garrett Smithley, a top 20 finish in the 42 for Young's Motorsports. Ryan Sieg, man, just think he could have won. He could have had a shot. I thought he had gotten tires or some shit, but nope, he stayed out on old tires. And yep, staying out on old tires means you run the risk of your tire going down and costing you a chance at a good finish. It could have been worse, though, so it is what it is. And damn, JJ Yaley, Dawson Cram, the only two retirees of this race. So for the race, overall, it was a pretty good race. Stages 1 and 2 were pretty calm as usual, but then stage 3, well, got towards the middle or the halfway point. From the halfway point, stage 3 to the end, that's when the action started to pick up. Driver, well, it was mostly like tire issues, mostly. And then some of those last two cautions were just drivers battling hard for positions. And they just got into each other and wrecks happened. Um, so yeah, well, Chase Elliott, he was obviously the best car the whole race. Taylor Gray was the same. Then Brandon Jones stepped into joined the picture at, past stage three, and needs to say, if it wasn't for that last caution, Brandon Jones wouldn't have gotten the Chase Elliott. I mean, could he have ran him down? Maybe, but I doubt it. Brandon Jones would have gotten him if it went all the way. But either way, it is what it is, and I'm grateful Brandon Jones won. Again, he definitely deserves it more than Chase Elliott. This is coming from a Chase Elliott fan. So, three of the four Joe Gibbs cars have won this year. Well, Brent Cruz, it's only a matter of time now. You know what? I'm just gonna say it right now. Brent Cruz is gonna win a race this year. Don't care where it comes, where he gets it at. He's gonna win. It's only a matter of time. Just think his first win's gonna come on not on a road course, but rather most likely obviously the oval since there's no more road races for the rest of the Raleigh All-Star season. So yeah, and from what I've seen altogether tonight, um, I mean, for pit strategy, we didn't really see any in stage three because of the caution, where the cautions fell. So it is what it is. But you know what? Um, there weren't really a lot of comers and goers, so it is what it is. But all I can say is Chicagoland definitely deserves to be on the schedule for the foreseeable future. I mean, if they want to bring back the Chicago street course, they might as well. They might as well. I mean, you can race on the streets of Chicago and then race at Chicagoland too. I mean, have your cake and eat it too. So yeah. Let's see how the Cup race goes tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this live stream. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks. I appreciate anyone who stayed up to watch the end of this thing. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow for the Cup Indy Car race at Mid Ohio and the Cup race at Chicagoland. With that, have a good rest of your night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, bye everyone. Peace out, y'all.